Slacktail Squad, assemble.
Sorry.
Here's my invitation to the door.
I don't sound like that.
Don't sound like that.
Okay, I'm never making you anything ever again, so... Have fun making your own sushi, your own coffee.
You make
your
sushi? Do you make it
Yes.
with the traditional Japanese rice? Or do you just use
What's that supposed to mean?
Sticky rice.
the sticky rice where you add rice vinegar and a little bit of sugar?
We make our own rice.
You make your own
You-
rice.
You're looking at me like I've
Take
never
it
made
from
sushi
Grace.
before. I've followed a sushi recipe.
I don't know, you look very
This
white.
man has.
Oh!
He has eaten
Oh.
octopus. This is the Slaptail Squad. I am the Beaveman, and welcome
no
to all
intro,
of you
huh?
and the Slaptail Nation. And if you're listening to this, you are members of the Great Slaptail Nation, my Great Slaptail Nation Army, and I am the master of the universe of all things great and small. And the only thing that I am not master of, probably, is the daughter, who I also like to refer to as that kid is a dickhead.
I like to call her the asshole.
That kid's a dickhead.
That kid's an asshole.
So she's with us, and you can hear her breathing into the microphone.
I'm not even close to the microphone.
And yet we can hear you breathing.
Oh, good, I'm glad.
She's like a cross between Darth Vader and a pug.
Maybe we should tell her to stop breathing like she does to the dog.
That's possible. Say your greetings here, the daughter, to the Great Slaptail Nation.
Hi.
That's what you got. Hi, and again, breathing.
Hi, my parents are terrible.
Heavy breathing, picked up on the microphone.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, one of them anyway.
No.
Also with us today is my number 2, the
'Cause
Rod.
he's-
Hey! You know what? And I want to
Because
say...
he's what?
Oh,
Number 2? Because he's what? 'Cause he's what? What were you going to say? What was going to come out there?
Because he's shat.
okay, there we go. So, as I entered the domain of the Beaveman's house and podcast area...
The beaver den?
The Beaver Den. And I thought, wow, great. It's just going to be us because I read the notes a little. And I got one thing wrong. You're right about the amp. And I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, the daughter, you give me a myriad of names to call her, but I'll call her the daughter for now.
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Starts lighting into me like a teenager who's not been out, who's just unruly and angst. And I've known her since she was this small.
They
She's
can't
only
see your
slightly taller.
hand.
She's only slightly.
Thank
There's a good point.
you. Thank you.
That kid's an asshole.
Yeah, thank
Anything
you.
point?
Wow. And she just lights into me like a drill sergeant. Right? And I thought it was like, hey, how you doing and everything? How have you been? How's school? And it's like, no. She just rips into me. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to refrain from ripping into her because I don't want to see.
You should. We want to hear this.
I want to see this,
I don't
actually.
want. I do not want to see a
We want to see
young
her
woman
cry.
cry.
Oh.
I would not
You
cry.
cry at everything.
Yeah, she cries at everything, Ron. It's
I
just the
do
stupidest
not.
shit. Yes, you do.
You cried when I told you to unload the dishwasher.
Oh my god.
Okay, you were telling me to unload the dishwasher from the top to the bottom. You open it from the bottom to the top.
Why?
Therefore, because then you don't get the water all over. From the top, you don't get the water on the bottom dishes.
Why just unload it? Why didn't you have someone else do it?
I unload it.
I try to. Don't even say you unload it every day because that is me.
No, shut.
Excuse
the-
me?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
I was going to say I unload the bottom first.
I unload the top first.
Well, you're a psychopath.
Because I don't like unloading the
What's the
silverware.
difference anyway? There's
Because
still
if you
gonna be
unload
no way.
something on the top shelf that has water on it, then it's going to.
You don't have a jet dry one?
It does,
No,
but
we
stuff
do, but
flips
stuff
over
still-
or
yeah.
whatever, and then
Okay.
I get the point. Because if then you get water on the bottom, then you got to.
So
dry
why
the
not
bottom
just do them
stuff.
by hand? And then
Who
put them
does that?
I do. I do dishes by hand.
Oh, that's wife work.
Yeah. you
Well,
just-
one day you'll make a great wife, maybe. Right?
No.
I'm going to say.
not. I'm gonna go with not.
I'm going to go with it. She's not.
Right? No, you know what? And to be fair, honestly, and I'm going to bring in the ex-military. Here, if you were told to do the dishes during KP, you did the dishes. I mean, it was strictly, it wasn't woman's.
It wasn't dishes.
Men's.
It was pots and pans.
Pots and pans.
Yeah. Did you ever wash? I never washed a dish. They put those through the rack. It was the pots and pans that we had to do.
Oh.
The giant pots and pans.
Like, that's like the least favorite part of doing the dishes.
Yeah, but
that's
if you-
like my least favorite part of doing laundry. Socks. Like,
But did you have your own dorm room? Right? Did you have your own room, or were you in a bay?
No, we had our own room because we were in Europe. Most of Europe had it.
Exactly. So if you had your own dishes, you had to do them by hand anyway.
No, I ate at the dining facility. We didn't dishes in our we ate hot pockets. We didn't require
you
dishes.
didn't get room service like Ron's did. Ron's got
the Air Force got room
service.
service.
Nobody turned down my bed and put a mint on my pillow either.
Wow. I didn't know the Army was that rough. Now I am glad I went Air Force.
Also with us is the gosh, I want to say talented, but she's not.
Well,
the Swan. I'm just gonna say the Swan. Say
I'm
hello,
sorry, I
Swan.
thought you were referring to Baby Swan.
I already introduced her.
No, I'm already here.
Well, that could
She
go
the
both ways.
asshole.
Oh,
AKA
okay,
the
the
daughter.
asshole. Wow. Right.
Did you want me to say hello?
Yeah, say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
You idiots.
Okay.
Listen, she an asshole.
So,
She's a dickhead.
so like my son, he's he has an ex-girlfriend. Are you currently seeing anybody that we have to scrutinize?
No?
Why?
I don't know.
Are you interested in anybody?
Because that kid's a dickhead.
No.
Nobody likes her.
Everybody's interested in me. I'm not interested in anything.
Everything to me.
So, why are they interested in you?
Look at me.
Just because you're mean to them?
Because she has a great personality.
I do have a great personality.
Outside this house.
Yeah,
She
outside
has
this house.
her fake TikTok personality.
Oh, so you're on
outside of this
TikTok?
house.
I have like 2 videos posted.
And what are they of?
One of them is like the Michael Jackson hee thing with my best friend, and then the other
Could you do
one-
that again? Because they didn't see it on the radio.
I
on
was
the
showing
podcast.
you. Everybody knows what that is, so.
By the way, they don't see your hand gestures either,
Or your eye rolling.
or your eye rolling.
Thanks. And
No,
the
but-
other one,
no, but they can
and then the
sense
other
it.
one,
They
and
can
then the
sense
other
it. It's
one.
pretty obvious.
Okay, fine.
What's the other one?
The other one is me getting my braces off, like the whole reveal thing, like a little transition.
Like
And when did you get your braces
nerdy.
off?
October 29th.
Wow. Yeah, I wanted to mention that you have braces off, but I didn't want you to light into me going, I got them off like 4 years ago. So
Okay.
All right.
you're lighting into anybody today. So yeah, cool.
So, Ron,
Yes.
I want to thank you.
Thank me for what?
Yeah, you were asking me once upon a time, a long time ago, if I'd ever seen Rick and Morty.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I kept saying, I was like, yeah, I really want to watch it. I really want to watch it. So I finally started watching it.
Okay.
And I'm on season 4.
You blew through
You
all them all.
binge watched it.
Yeah, I binge watched it.
It
and,
is binge watch worthy.
It is, because I really want to be Rick.
Everybody wants to be Rick.
I don't even know what's about.
It's well,
Well,
it's
you
like
wouldn't understand.
Well, it's like here. I'll
Please,
step
yeah,
in real
please,
quick.
please, Ron. This is nerd topic number 1 for the Ron
Yeah.
and I.
Now,
Shut up, Sammy.
for
That's not
Rick and Morty, right? Have you seen? And this is the tie-in, right? Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yes.
Imagine Doc and Marty, but just on a whole new warp level, where Doc is actually the smartest person in the multiverse, not the universe, but the multiverse, right? And he knows it, and his life is pointless. He knows it, and all he does is look for a way to either A, end his life, subdue his life through alcohol and drugs, or he's trying to reclaim, and the theory was that the first Morty died, and that's what he's trying to do, is trying to reclaim that. Yeah, that kind
One
of
of those
fits in.
dark theories.
Yeah, one of those dark theories. And did you know there's a tie-in to Gravity Falls, another cartoon?
Dude,
The,
Baby Swan.
I'm
Have you
pretty
watched
sure.
any
I'm
of
pretty
these
sure
shows?
the boy I think told me about something about that.
Yeah.
Gravity Falls is pretty dark.
Yeah, it is.
But no, Rick and Morty's awesome because Rick is he is the badass version of Doc Brown. So he's not goofy whatsoever. He does whatever he wants. He kills people all the time. He dies, comes back because he's cloned himself a million times. And Morty, because you remember Michael J. Fox is Marty in Back to the Future, but he's the complete opposite of Marty. He's like, oh jeez, oh gosh, oh gee, Rick. He's like so whiny.
And he's hell-bent on Jessica.
Yeah, he's
Have you seen
obsessed with
this,
Jessica.
Baby Swan?
I haven't seen Rick and Morty, but I've seen Gravity Falls, and I feel like one of the Back to the Futures.
Gravity Falls is pretty good.
So the version of
No,
Gravity
I can't
Falls.
take cartoons seriously.
Well, you're not
or
supposed
I
to.
don't think they're funny. Like, I don't know.
You don't
They
think
just-
anything funny is funny?
Rick and
Okay,
Morty.
Well, that's not
She
the
thinks she's
point.
funny.
I think
Yeah.
I'm funny.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
Rick
See,
and
that's
Morty
funny.
is
No, you thinking that you're funny is funny.
yeah, but Rick and Morty is designed to be funny, but also very dark and very serious at the same time. It actually hits all those plateaus at once, in some of the episodes. And in Gravity Falls, it's supposed to be more kids and dark, and it hits those plateaus. So your kids don't get the dark humor, but you get it. And then in one of the episodes in the beginning, when Grunkle Stan puts everything together, fires up a portal, his coffee mug, a pen, and a notepad go through the portal. In Rick and Morty, it's the episode where they're flying through all the butts and the Ricks are always after him, right? He fires up a portal, and he fires like a series of 6 or 7 of them.
Right,
And
to
then-
confuse them so they don't know which portal he went through.
And in one of those portals, out flies the coffee cup, the pen, and the notepad from Gravity Falls.
Interesting.
Right? And there's a backstory behind how all the creators were actually collaborating to have different parts or different characters, if I'm correct, in their in one of their episodes. So the fans would have to link up what they saw and would spell out a special code. Then you broke that code and sent a special message.
Oh, like little Easter eggs.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good.
Well,
thing.
I feel like because I don't remember the names of anybody who makes anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like Dan Harmon, I've seen that name a bunch of times. So I know that he's one of the creators of Rick and Morty. He must be on something else because I swear I've seen that name.
Yeah, they're all interconnected. I mean,
Is it from The Simpsons? Like, isn't that name from The Simpsons?
I don't think so.
Way back.
we can find out, but-
Swan says
I
it
don't know.
is. So we're
I
gonna go
don't
with the
know.
Swan
Yeah, you know what?
because
I'm not even
you know
gonna
what this
check.
is.
I'm not even gonna
You know what
fact
this
check.
Yes,
is
this
a
is law.
this is the
Because I said
this is an
so.
idiot podcast. And as I've said before, if you try to glean any information or knowledge from our podcast, then you're a fucking moron because
Yeah,
we know.
don't
nothing.
take our medical advice. Don't take our facts as facts. Whatever.
You know what's really funny though
What's that?
is that I've been watching it and I always laugh at this for Adult Swim and it says this material intended for mature audiences only, and I'm just like. So that means that everybody who's watching it right now should turn the TV off.
Basically.
Basically,
What they should
yeah.
say is that this is meant for people over the age of 18 or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Because if you're saying it's for mature audiences, no one watching that show is mature.
Oh, I'm certainly not.
Or
but,
I guess
yeah.
you could say we're mature, but we're childish. Does that make more sense?
That is. You know, the one thing also about Rick and Morty is they try to be very continuity conscious. And one episode when the Rick teleports the house away, and he brings it back. If you notice, there's a crack in the drive lighting after that episode in just about every episode.
Yeah, I didn't notice it wasn't there before, but I know it's in there now.
Yeah, that's when he got that was Aber Linklofter, or you know, the Hitler.
Sure. Yeah.
The
The
Hitler-
Abraham Hitler.
Hitler guy, yeah.
Right, his clone.
Nerds.
Why don't?
Yeah,
Well,
nerds.
we don't hear you talking.
Well, I'll
why don't
tell
you
you
ask some
what.
questions then? Why
Since
don't you
we
ask
have
us
the
why
daughter-
why don't you ask us
Yeah.
why we watch that stuff?
Yeah, because you're immature. Because you're like adults.
Okay.
Yeah,
Children.
we're not like adults.
You're
We are
children with
adults.
adult privileges. You're
Okay,
like grown up
so-
children.
okay,
Look at
so-
you, like lipping all over yourself right now, drooling your whipped cream. Like
Ew.
that's like a child.
So
thing.
let's
You do
talk
that
to
too.
let's
No,
talk to
he almost spilled it on
the
him.
You
daughter
spill
here.
food all over yourself.
Okay, that's
Oh
because
my
I don't know
God.
where my mouth is. That's
So-
not because
It's
I'm
so big. How do
childish.
you not know where it is?
Shut up, Brad.
So what would you like
Good comeback.
to? Since you know this is the first time I've done a podcast with you.
No,
because-
it's not.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
No,
the
it's
dementia
not.
runs. It's the dementia. It's okay.
I did it
It's
when
like 50
Beaveman
first
wasn't here.
dates.
And
No, I
was-
said with me.
With
Yeah,
you,
with you. Oh my gosh.
What was the first time?
It
There
was
are-
when we,
There are infinite realities.
Yeah.
and he doesn't remember.
He might
He's
not
in
have-
another one.
He might have slipped in through a portal, and this is a different Ron's.
oh no.
Can we get a different one again?
Oh, you know what? That might be true. So
We would like to
if-
exchange
I'll
our
have to go
rods.
back and look and see which one we've done together, all together. But since we're on
No,
the,
I didn't say it was all together.
I wasn't there.
He wasn't
It was
there.
it was the podcast you guys did without me.
And with Tremonde. Wait.
Yes, you can say.
Okay. I didn't know if that was his name. or not.
Well, what name would you like him to have?
Why did you start to talk with a lisp?
Yeah.
Who,
No,
me?
you. Why did you start?
was gonna say,
you go,
where did you see
This is what you
me?
said. You go,
Bringing it up. He
this
was
is what
gonna
said.
do a
He goes,
hand
what name would you
gesture
like
as
him to
well.
have?
I did not say that. Okay,
So what name would you like him to have?
Okay, now we're gonna go on the gay bashing thing again.
Why did you bring it up? You just
Oh, you're just assuming. Oh my god.
Oh, no, I've been around the Beaveman where I know where this is going. So
No,
you know,
you brought it up yourself.
No,
Insert foot.
You just know
in your mouth.
You just know where it's going, so you just step into it. So anyway,
Or you back into it because you like it like that.
Whoa.
Okay, that wasn't a good one. I'll give you that.
But it's been done, so she's not doing anything original.
Okay, but it was still funny.
Yeah, what would you
Glad
like
she
to
thought
talk
about
about that? Since you're part of the cast today, what would you like to do?
That was a
We're
random
nerding
question.
out, man.
You're nerding out.
We're nerding out. The baby swan is going to defend us. The daughter is going to defend us.
No,
Because
she's a
part
crossover nerd. She's like a hybrid
Why don't you
nerd.
guys-
She made up this term like 20 minutes ago, and now she's going to use it the
I'm gonna
entire
use it.
time.
She thinks it's
Hybrid
cool.
crossover nerd. Yeah.
All right.
She's like part nerd / jock /
a-hole.
Yeah.
So you've got like what 4 more years, and then she's out the door, right? So you don't
Hopefully.
Have, so what do you-
4.
3. We got 3.
3.
I mean, we are technically she's ours until she's 18.
I can
although
still move
she's
out.
Gonna graduate at 17, so
So what are you gonna do with her bigger podcast studio?
something.
That'd be
We're-
cool.
Well, it's
Yeah.
got a bathroom, so
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could use the
We
bathroom
could rent
while
it out
you're
as
in.
like an Airbnb.
Oh,
Wow, that'd be cool.
I was just saying you could like use the bathroom while you're podcasting and hear the stream go.
What other? So you don't call them cartoons. I call them cartoons.
Well, it depends on who you.
TV shows.
Well, it depends on who you talk to because people either call them animations, cartoons. That
I call them cartoons.
Cartoons.
Well, back in the day when I was growing up, cartoons were mainly for Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Or
Looney
Sunday.
Tunes, Tom
Yeah.
and Jerry.
Super Friends, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So as you got older, then came heavy metal, and heavy metal wasn't a cartoon. And Lord of the Rings and Wizards, really great ones.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You've
I
seen
don't
heavy
understand.
metal. You ever seen heavy metal?
No.
Whoa, you've never seen heavy metal?
I don't know
That
what
was
that
the
is.
precursor. No, that was after Wizards, but it was animation.
Was this on like regular TV or was this?
No,
on
this
cable?
was studio. This was
No,
theaters only.
there's a sexually explicit scene in heavy metal.
There are
Well,
several.
I don't know. We didn't have cable ever growing up, and we like
We didn't have cable
watch
either.
TV.
I had to rent it.
Well,
You
we
mean you
didn't
just
watch
see the
still don't
TV
have
blurring,
very much.
the blurring lines coming
I
in?
rented it. I used to have. Pretty sure I used to have it. I don't know.
But heavy metal had a lot of soundtracks. They had what Cheap Trick in it, Sammy Hagar.
It's a cartoon. It's a.
It's an
but
yeah,
it's
it's a
trippy.
cartoon.
It's kind of a trippy cartoon.
Yeah.
No.
It had a lot of artists that did heavy metal from the Heavy Metal magazine, right? Which was an artist magazine.
I feel like I had like
They had
cards
John
like
Candy in
from
it?
that. Didn't they have like cards, like baseball cards? That it ended up. Somebody had like gave me like a box of cards, and there
They
was
probably
heavy
did.
metal ones in there. But
There
I
was
don't
heavy
know.
metal cards. There's Rockstar cards. What do we call them?
But what I'm
cards.
referring to is Heavy Metal was an artist magazine that a lot of artists would submit their work or do their work, and it was really, really good. They could do sci-fi, fantasy.
And I think that's great.
Right?
okay. I'll move on.
Okay.
But yeah, I call them depending on the age range. I call them animation.
Okay, I call them cartoons.
I call them cartoons too, and I call you a nerd when you watch them.
Shut the
'Cause I
fuck up,
don't
Swan.
get
You
it.
know what the best? You know what the best thing?
What is the best
This is the best
thing?
thing about
Thing,
this is the best thing about Rick and Morty, and this is why you should watch it, Swan. Is because the daughter in Rick and Morty, her name is Summer,
Yes, that is true.
and
true.
and
true,
Rick is
true.
Rick will go off on her, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Summer! Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah,
It's
but did you-
hilarious.
But Summer is also like the daughter, but she's also got her head screwed on straight because
She's nowhere
Thanks.
near.
No,
as
no, no,
she's
because
nowhere near as cool as the daughter.
when they
she's
were-
pretty lame, really.
I think the
compared to
daughter's
daughter.
pretty cool.
You didn't
I'm
listen to
defend
what
her.
I
You didn't
fucking
just-
said.
yeah.
You didn't listen to what I just said.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what did I just say?
You said she's nowhere near as lame as the daughter.
That is
Cool.
not what I
Cool
said.
as the
He
daughter.
was saying I was cooler.
God, you're
Stupid.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, gee.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
The daughter's going to be out on the road when she's 16, and this is all going to come back to haunt her. It's like, remember when you called me the asshole on the podcast?
No, she's a dickhead.
She's not going to be out on the run at 16. She's too smart for
I
that.
said the road, not the run.
Whatever.
From now on, Ronzo, when I
Run,
say stuff
road.
that you find kind of odd or you're unsure about, I just want you to go, "Oh, jeez, Beefman." You can be Morty.
I don't think I have
You're no
the
Rick.
voice.
You're
for
no
that.
Rick.
Oh, geez, Beef Man. I
Yeah,
can try.
yeah,
Did I
that's
steal that from
terrible.
like Leave It to Beaver?
Well, gee, for someone who's never seen the cartoon.
I'm just saying it was terrible.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah,
Shut the fuck up, Summer.
Summer, yeah.
I got it.
Hello.
But Summer is really got her head on straight because when
Thanks.
shit hits the fan,
Not that Summer.
right? Yeah, not that. But she like the episode where they're having the memory meltdown. They forgot who they were.
Yeah.
And she walks in and she goes, she's got that candy in her mouth. She goes, "Oh God, is this a level 4? Oh God, this is a level 4." It's like, and she's saying at the end, "I don't get paid enough to do this shit."
Oh, I like it when they do the final scenes of their final season. We're like, it's 100 more years of Rick and Morty. Yeah, it's 100 more years, like 90 more years. I'm talking about 90 more years, Morty. And then she came in and she's like mouthing at them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
What are you
Turn
talking
and they're
about?
like,
They're
what the
such
fuck are you
nerds.
saying, Summer?
What the fuck are they even
It's like,
talking
I
about?
record
I have no
everything.
idea.
And she's like, yeah, maybe we get to look each
Okay,
other
let's
up.
try to move on to something that we actually know about.
Yeah.
Because
You know
we
what
don't
I-
even understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
I love when Morty screws up though, and Rick has to cover him up because it's like he goes, "Why do you want to talk to squirrels? I want to," and boom, right? He goes out.
No one
And,
cares.
Yeah.
without him not trying.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
we're
new
moving on.
subject.
I guess we'll move on because, I
Subject
don't want to take it for
changed.
granted.
Oh,
I don't want to take anything for granted.
Yeah,
For granted.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything for
Is
granted.
that from your dumb show?
yeah, it
See?
is.
No
That
one
was
understood.
that was
Put
a
your
dumb
finger-
joke
put your
because
finger
nobody
in it was.
understood it. Sorry.
Did
So-
you know? Do you watch Adventure Time?
I've watched it a few times. It's just between all the other animations I watch, that's one of the
Cartoons.
ones I
You got to prioritize your 8 hours of cartoon watching.
actually, believe it or not, and I did some thinking on this. You are exactly right because back in the day when we were growing up, before you, when I was growing up,
The man is like 10 years older than me, by the way.
yeah, there were only three television channels plus PBS if you want to go that far.
I
right?
love
And-
PBS.
Right, it's great, but you couldn't.
And then along came Fox.
But you could only watch so much content because they controlled all the content. Then flash forward cable, right? And once again, they didn't have the Cartoon Network until the late '80s, I do believe.
No, when satellite and cable first came out, you would just go over to your friend's house just to watch MTV.
But they didn't have
But it
the
was
Cartoon
cool.
Network, right? And then when I was in Europe, once again, you
Yeah, you got AFN.
you got AFN or whatever the local channel was, and so you'd have to. Oh, I wonder what they're saying in German,
Yeah.
or Dutch, right? And then I got back to the States. They
But
had,
most of the game shows they were nude.
no, I didn't
German.
watch-
What?
I
The
didn't
German
watch-
game shows, yeah, a
They
lot
were?
of times they're like nude, topless.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
they-
Like all the
That's just
audience,
weird.
like all
no,
the
the contestants. They have all
Why?
kinds of weird because that's not a big deal on their public television.
Yeah,
No,
but
it's
why
not.
would you want to just be nude?
Because they
as
have a lot of comedy shit.
Oh.
didn't
You know, topless beaches are pretty much the norm over there. You can always
I was
tell
gonna
me.
say nude beaches. Isn't that
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
thing?
nobody
over there?
cares about that, but I didn't know you would go on like a show
Yeah,
nude or topless. Like
the
that's
Netherlands.
weird. So no shirt, no shoes, no service doesn't apply
Okay.
over there.
Here's a fun fact about the Netherlands when I was there. They had the lowest teen pregnancy there because they had a show about teens, and they were very open and frank about them kissing and having sex and everything. So if you had a question or a teenager, that's the show to watch. So you get back to the States, we're so
It's
fucking
taboo.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, we
Or
had
they watch
a-
your reality TV shows that you're 16 and pregnant,
Well, okay, that's now,
but
but
they don't
Teen
help
Mom.
anybody out.
No, we
What's
had an
that?
exchange
I said teen
student when I
mom.
was in high school, and she was like 15 and already telling us all about sex, and they give out condoms and birth control and all that stuff. Which I mean, that's good, but yet that's kind of bad because she's way more cultured or whatever. But I don't know. I guess it's good
over
because you're
there-
right. Yeah, they have less.
over there they were more open about it. You come back to the States, everything's taboo.
Well, and they're always drinking at dinner too. Like that was normal.
Yeah.
Not always. Not always.
All the
But-
German people that I knew, they drank at dinner from the time they were like 12 years old.
But they were also taught responsibility
Yeah.
and accountability. We
Yeah.
get back to the States, I mean,
You have to sneak it,
You have to
and-
sneak it, and then you wind up being a raging.
All right, stop being so serious. The point was, hey, did you watch Adventure Time?
Oh
Well,
yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, if but my point was, back in the day.
You got to prioritize your cartoons.
Yeah,
Blah,
because
blah, blah.
you didn't have that many cartoons.
Yeah, Bob.
Now
Okay,
you
but
have-
answer the question: Do
Blah, blah,
you
blah.
or do you not?
Watch Adventure
Yes,
Time.
do you?
It is a
Watch.
simple
Ron
question.
doesn't answer questions. He gives this roundabout thing and says kinda, sorta, maybe, sometimes.
And the
I did
swan
kiss
is
a girl.
answered for me right
Yeah,
there.
right.
So, yes, you have seen it.
he has.
Yes, I have
it.
seen
Okay,
it.
was that so hard to do?
Oh,
It wasn't. That's the answer.
No, because back to what you were saying though, there are so many animations I watch, like to watch. I mean, like I like
Which ones do you watch though? So if you don't watch Adventure Time, which ones do you watch?
Rick and Morty, of course.
We cover that.
Venture Brothers.
What?
Venture Brothers.
Don't know that one.
Oh, that's really great. Archer.
Oh yeah,
Archer's great.
I have not seen the last few seasons.
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
Archer's
quite a few
great.
seasons.
I did kind of get sucked into that, even though it wasn't. It's a cartoon. I don't know like the whole premise, but I have watched them.
It's
a
the
few
most-
times.
How do you not know the whole
I
premise?
mean, I know the premise,
What
but I
did
didn't.
You don't know.
Okay, so I know the premise.
Okay,
However,
tell us what the premise is.
shut up.
Archer is
A spy
Ah.
who it something to do. His mom's a spy or something too. His mom.
She runs the agency.
Yes.
Well,
And-
don't fill her. Don't give her the clue.
You know, there's a tie-in with Arrested Development.
No, I don't remember. I mean, I didn't watch
Some
that
of
much
the
of the
ca-
rest
the
of the
characters
development.
are on Arrested
I don't
Yeah.
because here's the deal. You binge watch a lot more TV than I do. So
What's that supposed to mean?
You got
You
through like
watched
4
way
seasons
too
in
much.
1 week
of what?
of your new show.
No, I'm only on season 2.
in
But
1
anyway,
week.
Okay, I have nothing to do because I'm not working right now. But before that, I'll watch like one episode with you, and then we go back to watching more, and you're like 5 episodes ahead. So how am I supposed to keep track of what happens?
You don't watch
in the
cartoons with
storyline?
me,
If I was going to,
but you're not.
But I
But you
was
wouldn't.
watching The Bad Batch with you,
And I didn't
and
watch
you were
any of
not
that. I
moving
didn't go
ahead.
ahead.
But then you were watching the other one, and then like now you're like a whole season ahead on
Because I
it.
knew you weren't going to watch
Yeah,
it.
This
see?
is fantastic to watch you bounce your
She's
crap
not going to
off
watch.
me. And
I
then
started
go back to
watching.
her,
I
you.
watched like 2 episodes of Rebels with her, and I'm like, she's not going to watch this, and she's not going to understand it. So
But I
just
was
started
watching it, and then all of a sudden you're like 3 scenes ahead. So
And why
how am
are
I
you
supposed to
angry?
keep track of a storyline when you watch it and you binge watch, and then all of a sudden it's
You
like,
wouldn't have understood it anyway.
well, who cares? I was trying to do something with you.
No.
Yeah.
So, Adventure Time, I've seen a few episodes. I know there's a plot behind it, but there's so much to watch out there. American Dad is, I really started liking that. That was okay.
It's all right.
Family Guy, I like that.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, Adventure Time's kind of cool.
Futurama.
I was just mostly focusing on the cartoons that the Swan doesn't understand whatsoever. Like Regular Show, she totally doesn't get that.
Okay, which one's regular show's the one with the bird thing?
The one with
Or-
the bird and
Yeah.
the raccoon.
Okay, okay. Well,
What don't
I
you
thought
understand?
that I don't know. Like
You know, Mark Hamill does a voice on that.
He does?
he
Yeah.
does.
I didn't know that. I know Billy
I don't
West
even know.
does.
I've blacked them out that I don't even know any premise of any
Blacked
of them.
them out? What
Blocked
do you mean?
them out. Like I tune them out when they come on, and I don't even pay
Well, don't
attention.
you know the
to
point
them.
of these shows is just
No, I don't know the point of this.
What
show.
about Animaniacs? Have you watched that?
Yeah, we all watched that together.
That's awesome. The old version or the new one?
the
Hello?
old version? Is when from when I was in high school that was on.
Yeah. Did you watch the newest ones?
Probably, wasn't that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
When did you watch the Animaniacs?
We
watched
all
it all
watched it.
together.
What was that?
Like I feel like it was the new one and it didn't.
I think
stand
it's
the
back
test
when
of
the
time.
daughter was on the podcast.
Probably it's been a few years.
Was that before
but
or after our annual bonfire with my parents?
Oh my goodness.
It was probably before.
I think
the
it was, like,
annual
2
bonfire.
years ago.
Probably 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. When did the new ones come out?
About 2 years ago,
Yeah.
about a year
so,
ago,
but
2
it
years
didn't
ago.
stand the test of
I
time.
don't remember
I don't even
watching
think they played the same theme
I think it was when we
song. Did
first
they?
got
They did?
Disney Plus.
I watched some of the episodes, and they still have a lot of the themes. They got rid of a few characters that I really wish they wouldn't have, like Randy Beeman, the kid that comes out and goes, okay, this one time Randy Beeman went up to the Beaveman and says, hey, can you punch like a girl? So he punched my mom and says, no. Okay, bye-bye. And the kid just runs back into the house.
I don't remember.
What?
Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't seen it, then you guys haven't seen it to the
This. No,
level
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen it. No, I haven't seen it.
Right? Or Chicken Boo. He dresses up like the chicken who dresses up like somebody and thinks he's somebody. The good feathers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
The penguin. I mean, the pigeons. The penguins.
Yeah, the penguins. That's Madagascar, by the way. The penguins from Madagascar.
Oh, stupid.
Smile away, boys.
Yes, Smile
away.
away. What else? When they had Bernadette Peters does the voiceover for the cat, and it's a take on George and Lenny of not To Kill a Mockingbird, not Grapes of Wrath. I can't think of Mice and Men. That's it.
Oh right, yeah.
Such a sad movie.
It is, but when you realize that every time someone does a Mice and Men parody, and then you tell them how that really ended, it really upsets them because it's like,
Sad.
Well, he just
yeah,
shot
it
him in the
is.
head.
Yeah, because I was telling my wife about that, and I was like, "Oh, that's a parody of Mice and Men." It's like, really? Yeah, yeah. Do you know that George kills Lenny in the end? He does. Yeah, shoots him in the head.
Now, who didn't know that? You didn't know that, or she didn't know that?
Well, she knew that, but she didn't know that of Mice and Men. I'm sorry, yeah, that the parody was that. We went to see a play of Mice and Men, and you see the ending. but you don't equate a cartoon animation of that level of self-destructiveness to it.
It's a good read.
It's like Pinky and the
Mice and
Brain. That's of Mice and Men too, right?
That
Because-
kind of makes sense, actually.
It is, because one's smart, one's stupid. But
Yeah,
it's,
but which one's really smart?
yeah, and that's the other dark theory. Right?
It's not Brain, it's Pinky.
Mm-hmm. Raul Paulson, if I got the name right, does the voice of Pinky. And in one of those crossovers, one of those faded blackouts where they just show the silhouette, he says, "Well, I've got to stir up the brain, because if he succeeds, we're out of a job," or something like that. So I thought that was cool.
You know that one, don't you, Swan?
I do know that one.
What do you think? What's your theory? Who's
I
the
don't-
smart one? Is it Pinky or is it Brain?
It's the one who's insane.
They're both
They're
insane.
both, they're both insane. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember it well enough to know.
What the fuck?
What
My
about
brain
you?
hurts.
What about you, Baby Swan?
What?
What
Pinky and the Brain.
about Pinky and the Brain?
Which one's the smart one?
I feel like they're both equally smart.
Ooh.
They're just
Crazy?
really different
In what way?
in how they show their smarts.
Oh, they show their smarts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do they show their smarts?
Well, the brain one, isn't he the one who tries to like do all these crazy experiments?
You mean
Or
He
like
tries to
take
take
over the
over the
world.
world. Take over the
Take
world.
over the world,
take
yeah.
over the world?
And
today, Brian?
Take over the world. Narf.
and I
We do
think
every
that
day.
Pinky
Every day, Brain.
knows that like it's not really the greatest idea, so he messes him up.
Yeah, I think that Pinky is smart. And he's
Yeah.
the one either saving Brain or stopping him from his world domination.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Are they like the Coyote and the Roadrunner?
Yeah.
What do you mean they're like the Coyote and the
Well,
Roadrunner?
one's smart.
I fucking hate the Roadrunner.
I know you do. That's why I brought it
fucking
up.
hate him
But
so
the
goddamn
Coyote
much.
is so fucking stupid.
Let me tell you how much I hate that guy. Did you know, in reality, that a Roadrunner is not as fast as a Coyote? So that's a bunch of bullshit.
That kind of
first
makes sense, yeah.
How does it make sense?
'Cause what do you mean?
This is
How
what
does
it
it?
does.
You said it. How
This
does
is
it
like
make sense?
isn't the Roadrunner a bird?
Yeah.
What type of bird?
Meep meep.
Is it a flightless bird?
No,
No, he can't fly.
Okay.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
they
think
can't
he
fly.
can.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if he could fly, why wouldn't he just fly away from the Coyote?
That makes sense.
Well, he doesn't have to because he's super freaking fast.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Or doesn't he? Isn't he the one who always falls off the cliff?
That's the Coyote, yeah.
The Coyote does.
And he's always buying stuff from Acme.
Which you should never do.
Did you? There used to be this place in Grand Rapids called Carlos Murphy's.
I think I've heard of that before.
Was it in Grand Rapids? No. It was in Kalamazoo.
No, I've heard the name Carlos Murphy's before.
And it was where I think that's where Fridays was. You know, Fridays isn't there either, but I'm pretty sure that's where that
Yeah,
was.
I think I know where that was
And
located.
when you would
at.
walk in there, they had a coyote, a big wily coyote. Was supposed to look like Wile E. Coyote, and he had a shotgun in one hand and a dead bird in the other.
Wow,
That's
that was
funny.
cool.
It was cool.
They finally got the Roadrunner.
I got that piece of shit.
So,
Roadrunner. I hate the.
I'm gonna
freaking-
get you a
You know who
Roadrunner
else I hate
t-shirt.
other than the Roadrunner?
what's that?
Can you guess who else in Looney Tunes I fucking hate?
Bugs Bunny.
No, I
No,
love Bugs Bunny.
he likes Bugs
He's
Bunny.
annoying.
No, you are wrong. I hate Tweety Bird.
I was gonna say you
I
don't
like
like.
Tweety
I was
Bird.
gonna say I knew that
Fucking
one.
hate Tweety.
Why do you hate Tweety Bird?
Because he's
He's a
so
little
fucking
pretentious
annoying. Yeah,
Sylvester
he is
should
a
just
little
eat him and
pretentious
squash his
bitch.
little freaking head. I fucking hate him so much.
Well,
He's such a tattletale. He like nanny,
well, they're
Wait,
all
Nanny? Yeah.
they're all pretentious bitches. They all
Granny.
tell on each
granny,
other.
granny. Yeah.
You know,
He like
She's always
taunts.
hitting Sylvester
he
with her
taunts
umbrella.
him.
so
The
does
Granny's a
Bugs
little
Bunny.
bitch too. The Granny's a little bitch too, man.
Yeah, she is.
Hitting Sylvester with her umbrella.
Now, speaking of
She's dead.
that,
She's dead.
But Animaniacs, back to that, I love Slappy Squirrel. It kind of reminds
Oh.
me of you. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes I
yeah.
like Slappy and sometimes I don't.
It's like the attitude.
I like, you know, she's got that old lady attitude.
Mhm.
She'll hit people with her purse. She puts shit in her purse.
Oh, the mic didn't pick that up again.
It
Yeah,
didn't?
not at all.
Cool.
No.
I was
So,
gonna say I heard that. That was gross.
No, but yeah, I love the attitude that she has, and it's like, well, you know, every time there's a antagonist, she goes, she kind of reminds me of you. No. Let's see what's going to happen, and I'll show you how to handle it my way. Right?
Okay, this is why you need to watch Adventure Time.
Okay.
Baby Swan, please explain it. Daughter.
I was not listening to a word.
Adventure
you
Time.
said.
Explain
Why
Adventure
should Ron?
Time.
Why should Ron's
Why
watch
should
Adventure
want?
Time?
Yeah, sell it. What's it about? Because I don't even know, and I've seen like a bunch of episodes, but I just
Well,
tuned them out.
What was your question about?
Yeah, what was your
your
other
about?
question?
What
Oh, no,
is
no,
that
no.
thing? Why is he? I thought
thing?
that the bird and the freaking.
That's
that's
regular
regular
I
show.
know. I was confused. I was asking if it was on that show, but that makes
Is
me even
Adventure
more
Time on
confused.
regular show? No.
No,
No.
are those characters on Adventure Time?
No,
but
because
no.
that would make it regular
But
show.
okay, so
But-
shut up.
No,
So
no.
regular
No,
show
that
has
would be-
this whatever he is. He's got a white hat thing and little ears.
Again,
No,
and,
Adventure
that's
Time.
Adventure
Again,
Time.
Adventure Time.
oh,
But-
Adventure Time. That's what I meant.
Here's the
And
problem.
then there's a yellow
Dog. His
cat.
name's Jake.
Yeah, his name's Jake.
Okay,
It's a
So
dog.
here's the problem
No,
you're
let
having.
her sell it.
She's doing it the Dunning-Kruger effect because the same actors and actresses who do the voice actually appear in different shows. So when you think you're watching one, like Billy West does Futurama for Bender, but I think he's also in Adventure Time, right?
No, but she wouldn't even know that. She doesn't watch it.
I just-
She
She-
tunes
I
them
just
out.
lumped them all together because there's like
Because they're stupid.
they are stupid. They don't make any
Stupid.
sense
They don't
to
make
me.
That's
Yeah.
the point. They're not supposed to make sense.
Sell
Okay,
Adventure
well,
Time.
that-
Sell
All
it.
right, so-
Sell
so
it.
So
Adventure
and then there's
Time.
like some like cloud or rainbow or something,
It's-
right?
there-
She's
okay.
hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
that's
God.
Lumpy Space Princess, and then the rainbow that you're talking about is Lady Rainicorn, which is
Hey, Rain-
Jake's
Okay,
girlfriend.
so what's this about?
So
What's-
which one's
Well, white.
Well, they have
there's
babies
Finn
now.
and Jake. Which
Yeah,
one's Finn
they're
and Jake?
white.
The white
Adventure
hair,
Time.
the white
Finn
headed
is
thing.
the yeah, and then Jake is the dog.
So tell me about this. What's the premise behind it?
Well, they all live in the Candy Kingdom, except for like the side characters, like Marceline. She's a vampire. She lives a little bit out of town, but the Candy
Keep
Kingdom.
doing the air quotes so they can see you.
Shut up! You can't make the same joke that I made. Thanks.
I'm just stating
Anywho,
facts.
anywho, and then there's Ice King, which lives in the Ice Kingdom,
Okay.
and he lives with a bunch of penguins. And so, Finn is in love with Princess Bubblegum, which is the ruler of the Candy Kingdom. There's a bunch of candy people in there, but Finn is the only like human there.
Okay.
So
And Jake is
basically,
the
he's
dog.
on a
Shut your
drug
mouth.
trip or something because he's crazy. Like all that shit doesn't exist. So what does that?
How do you
even-
know it doesn't exist?
Have you seen Rainbows and Unicorns?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Okay, listen.
Yes? Okay.
Okay, listen. I was just telling the daughter this earlier. Did you know that it's supposed to be a post-apocalyptic world?
No.
Yeah.
From
This
what,
is why it's cool, because they talk about the Great Mushroom War, and what they're talking about is everybody was basically, the world was destroyed by nuclear war. And in the very opening credits, you see bombs. The opening credits is only 23 seconds. And in the opening credits, there's like bombs stuck in a hill, and then they doing all kinds of crazy shit, and there's a theme song and stuff, and Finn's the only human. So they think that there's all these other correlations between what's left afterwards. Like, Bubblegum was saved because they knew the nuclear war was coming or something like that, so her dad was a scientist and injected her with stuff so that she could withstand the nuclear blast, so she was around.
is this
before
a
it
dark
happened.
theory I'm hearing?
Yeah, it's all kinds of cool. Well, actually, they think that one's pretty accurate. And the Ice King actually represents like Russia, and the penguins, like, I guess, represent China or something like that. So
That's interesting.
Why would Russia and China coincide?
Well,
because
they're-
it's communist countries.
yeah, and plus they're at odds with each other, but they're also allies.
And Finn is the U.S. because he's the only human, and he's the youngest out of everybody there.
Okay.
And the U.S., of course, being the
How many seasons are
youngest nation.
That's a good answer. I like that.
Over 10.
Over 10.
I think there's like 15, but that could be wrong.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. I can hop in and watch them, and I mean, I haven't seen them. I don't know how many I've seen, but I can just hop in and watch them because they're so just ridiculous and silly.
So they don't go from episode to episode.
Sure.
Like
No, you
Sure, but you
can
can just you can just hop in and watch one at any point in time.
and it won't
doesn't-
make sense to me still. But
Well,
that's
That's
okay.
it's your fucking problem, man. It doesn't make sense to you because you don't try.
Yeah.
It's like watching Archer, though, right? Because you can jump in the middle of a
Oh, yeah.
season and still get it, but there's a running gag in just about each season. Like in one of the seasons, it's the old gypsy woman in the background, right? That's the dialogue. It's like every time there's a problem, I go, I should have listened to the old gypsy woman was right. And
We haven't
that's a
seen that
running
season.
Yeah, that's a running gag.
The good
so
thing about Archer
basically,
is that
Archer
he's,
is he's an alcoholic or a drug addict.
why does he got to be an alcoholic?
Because
Why does he have
is.
to be a drug addict?
He is.
No,
He's
that's
like,
Woodhouse. That's his butler.
No, and
Woodhouse
he's
is a heroin addict.
basically a whore because he likes.
Yes, that's true.
But he likes that one lady.
Sasha, I think is her name, the
Whatever.
Russian cyborg woman now.
Well, he also likes
And he has like
Mallory,
some
Thai
weird
girly boys or
incesty mom thing going on.
He likes no, Mallory's his mom. He likes
Yeah,
Lana.
he has some weird mom thing too.
Lana because he's had a kid.
Lana, yeah, you're right. Yep. So, see, I know that show.
Make sure
and
you
he's
get all
just
your nails
pretty
done,
much
by the way.
stupid.
I'm not even doing my nails.
You're not, So.
No, but you gotta watch it because there's lots of dark theories about Adventure Time.
All right,
In
I'll watch
Archer? No.
it. No.
Just
God.
I'm not following
oh my
this
gosh,
scenario.
I wasn't even listening, and I know what
the-
he's talking about.
Anyway, I always tune out those cartoons because
They're
the boy
stupid
used-
and I don't like
Yes,
them, and I
the
don't
boy used to
understand
watch
them.
and yeah, I don't understand them.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
and when the theme song comes on, we sing it. Adventure
Yeah.
Time.
Come on, grab your friends, go to very distant lands.
Okay, I'll check that
Shake
out.
the dog,
Another one is
again.
Bob's Burger.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not done talking
love
about
that
Adventure
show.
Time.
Okay.
Hold on, let me
Are
just
you
tell
gonna
you.
sing the theme song?
This is
All right,
why
ready?
I want you to watch it. And
Go.
this is why I'm telling the baby swan when
No.
you watch it now, daughter. There's theories out there also, and you can talk with the boy about it, that it's actually one of them overdosed on drugs and is in a coma, and this is what they're
See, I
imagining.
I
told you
think
they
we've
were on
talked about that
drugs.
one.
What does that have to do with them being on drugs? I said they're in a coma.
Same scenario. It's all like a freaking on drugs imaginatory land.
The other one that's even cooler than that, the one that I think is kind of a cool
So
theory,
do people
is
like
that,
get
"Shut the fuck
stoned
up,
and
I'm
watch
telling
that?
you."
Then is that what you're supposed to do? Like get
Oh my
stoned
God,
and
can I
watch
say what
Adventure
we're
Time?
doing?
No, it's
theories
just
is-
supposed to be like a background thing that you can watch and you can do whatever and you don't have to understand it and you can have these little laughs while you're
Yeah,
doing the
it's
dishes.
fun, and it makes you
Wait a minute. You guys don't do the dishes. You unload the.
That's still
dishwasher
doing the
and-
dishes.
That's
okay.
doing the dishes.
That's how you do laundry too, Ron. You just
You
put it
unload
in and you
put
unload
it in.
unless you hand wash your laundry like
You guys don't
in
do
the
that?
river.
Well, I don't live near a river, but you guys don't hand wash your stuff? Okay.
No,
No.
what's wrong with you?
The other
That's
theory
why we have garment
that I
bags.
thought this was a kind of a cute theory is that this story is actually it's a kind of like a role playing game or an adventure game between a father and son,
Oh.
and the father is Jake the dog, and Finn is his kid, and that's why the adventures change and that's why Finn gets older throughout the years instead of most cartoons where they stay the same age.
No, I don't think that one would work because they all have like covered that Jake and Finn were like taken care of from
When they were babies,
when they were what?
like they had the same dad.
They
like
had
somebody-
the same parents because it was Jake's parents because they found Finn on like somewhere and they've adopted him and took care of him with Jake. So I don't think that would really work.
Well, it's just another one of those theories. I thought that one was a cute theory though.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting. I like the dark theories.
that wasn't dark. That was
I said-
delightful.
The coma one is the dark one. That
I
theory
said
is
I like
delightful.
dark theories.
That one I
Good
like.
for you.
You didn't let me finish.
That kid's
Right.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Thank you, dickhead.
But I think growing up, getting away from the Scooby Doo stuff, when I saw heavy metal and wizards, it started really opening up to what animation cartoons could be for adults and for everybody. They didn't have to be that prescribed crap of, all right, let's go solve a mystery and no one dies.
So is that like how Ren and Stimpy came along? Those are not for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, kids watch them, but it's like a gross, disgusting adult humor.
It was. In fact, when you're in college, you need that break. In fact, I made Carrie watch cartoons with me
You're
because,
like I know that you're learning shit. Let me fill your mind with some useless crap.
well, yeah. I mean, you need that mental break. You really do. I mean, what was that mental break for you when you had all that stress from learning and everything? This is it. This is your
Ron's
mental
is
break.
like, I know we could have sex right now, but let's watch cartoons.
Oh,
well, we
I
can
thought
have.
you were
remember-
talking about
do you-
him in the Beaveman. I was like,
Do
huh?
you remember that
With
Ren?
his-
Do you
with
remember that Ren and
Carrie.
Stimpy where they sucked all the fat out of Stimpy and Ren drank it? 'Cause they
Yes.
were trying to make him get fat.
Ew.
I don't remember that
And
episode.
he revealed himself and took his clothes off at the end. They're like, put them clothes on, you're disgusting. He's not wearing any clothes, he's naked. He started crying. It was so disgusting.
Yeah,
He
you
was
should watch
sucking
Ren
all
and
the
Stimpy
fat
because
out of
that one
Stimpy.
is funny.
Stimpy, you idiot.
Yeah, that's funny and disgusting at the same time because they did a lot of close-up stuff.
Oh yeah,
On scabs and
moles
stuff.
and scabs and shit.
It was
yeah.
raw.
Yeah, that's a show that has no plot line whatsoever.
Yeah, and
It doesn't.
It's
But
not
that one's
supposed to.
funny. See, I
So
do
why?
think-
Okay,
I don't
well, why do you
know.
think that's funny, but not Adventure Time?
I don't
You
know.
understand-
I never
You know
saw
what?
it.
Great.
Because Adventure Time, you don't understand it.
Probably.
You're
That's
not
it.
that deep. You're not
Yeah,
a deep
that's it.
thinker.
I'm gonna make
I
you
didn't
watch
like
all the
Beavis and
seasons with me.
Butthead either when that was out. And that's a cartoon for adults.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Sort
but
of.
I think when we talk about animation and cartoons,
Don't get all philosophical.
No. You
we
need
talk about it.
you need the brain break, but you also need sometimes you need a plot line. Like Adventure Time's got a plot line. Actually, isn't Adventure Time also
LGBTQ.
T
A.
BC, right?
Question mark.
Isn't
Okay.
that?
Excuse
Isn't
me.
there a
Plus
theory
and
about
minus
how that
greater than
cartoon is
equal
set
then?
up for that?
Yeah, Marceline and Princess Bubblegum
Are definitely gay for each other.
are, but there's
Okay.
also a theory that they're sisters.
No, that's definitely wrong
How do you know?
because that's just not it.
But
How
you
do you
remember
know?
what I just said about how Princess Bubblegum's father or something injected her so she would survive the Holocaust? The reason why Marceline survived is
Holocaust or
because-
nuclear Armageddon? Two
Whatever.
different things.
Yeah, sorry. Not the Holocaust.
Yeah. Whatever.
Marceline survived is because she's part vampire. That's how she
Yeah, but
survived.
she has a dad. You've seen her dad.
Yeah, but Bubblegum's dad is probably the same dad.
he's
they
not
say.
smart enough to do that.
Well,
You don't know
that might not be
No,
Marceline's dad.
definitely do.
Because the theory is that the Ice King is both their dads.
That'd be disgusting and incest.
Yeah, and that's the part of the weird dark theory. Is
That's
that yes, that would be
gross.
incestuous, and that's why it's gross that they're a couple. That's all. These are just weird theories.
Well, wouldn't they know they were siblings?
Sometimes
No.
there isn't. You don't know.
no,
Haven't you ever heard of the split up twins?
Yeah, but I don't
Or
know.
split up siblings? You never heard of that? All those
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who split them up from birth?
And
Oh, I
they-
love
and
how
then
you
they
get
end
really
up
serious.
getting-
Your eyes blink rapidly and your face scrunches up.
Thank you.
But yeah, there
You want to
is
tell
a-
that more, like descriptive, so that they can know what I'm
no.
doing?
But I think you're right.
You
I
could
think
roll
you're
your
right.
eyes a bit too.
Yeah, and how you twirl your finger like that so they can see that. Yeah.
I think you're right, Dollar. I don't think that they're sisters.
I don't think that they're sisters either.
But yeah,
But I think they definitely are a couple.
Oh yeah, definitely.
the dark theories are out there. It's like the crossover for Archer and Bob's Burger. You ever see that?
Oh yeah, because it's voiced by the same dude.
Yeah.
Which is really funny because he doesn't look anything like Archer. But he has the perfect voice.
He's also the movie guy in Family Guy.
Yeah, and he's the guy from Wet Hot Summer.
I don't think I've seen that one.
You ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
It's a bunch of people who are adults that are acting like they're in a show about summer camp,
Okay.
and they're all like in their
I'll check it out.
30s.
He's
And
also
they're all, it's got.
It's not a cartoon.
no,
I
it's
didn't
not.
say
a
it was a
cartoon.
cartoon.
I know. I'm just saying. So
And I'm also
that
saying-
Ron knows.
I
Shut
can-
up.
He's also doing the voiceover in an animation called Home Movies too.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a small blurb on Adult Swim, but it's really cool.
No, but he has the perfect voice.
Oh, he
His voice
does.
He has a great voice.
Right. Home Movies reminds me of your son, because the kid's all about the movies, and the kid, H. John Benjamin, who does the voice, right, is the coach, and he's like, the kids are all playing soccer, and he's not really paying attention half the time. So
Did
that's
you
really
see
good.
what's that one that's really disgusting?
Ren and Stimpy?
No.
The one with the meatball? That's a disgusting cartoon.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yeah.
No, that's
But
that's
that one doesn't
fantastic.
make any sense to me
It
either.
does.
Like,
Yes,
That
it
makes
does.
perfect
meat
sense.
wad and some French fries. And
Yeah, Master Shake and Frylock. That's
What doesn't make sense?
I don't know that I couldn't even watch
everybody
it
grew
because
up.
I think it's stupid.
Their neighbor Carl. Everybody grew up with someone they knew like Carl who had gold chains, trying to get lucky at all times. Like, hey baby, and I'm like, oh, you were just a disgusting
What
dickwad.
about Space Ghost?
No, I don't even know what that
I
is.
couldn't get into that. The
Oh,
Space
it was
Ghost,
hilarious.
Coast to Coast, his talk show.
That was funny.
I couldn't get into that. I tried watching that. I really did, and it's like it was the sync up was just not doing it for me.
I like it.
Right.
I mean, okay, I like South Park
South
from
Park's
back in the
okay.
day.
See, I like that until I saw the movie.
I mean, yeah, the movie got a little gross. Well, they just
Movie gets
wanted
kind
to
of a bit
take it
disgusting.
because they could be as disgusting and raunchy as they could be
here's
and address all sorts of badness.
well, yeah, but here's a
without
fact
getting in
about South
trouble.
Park. A lot of people don't know is that when their opening title in one of their seasons, when you hear the title song, and it comes to Kenny and he's got his mouth muffled, it got by the censors, right?
So what's he actually say?
I like big titties and something about a clit.
Okay.
Right? But it got by the censors and it airs every time. But you have to know what he's saying.
Well, I mean,
Because
you
it's
could
all
do
So
that.
did you
muffled
just
and-
like look this up or something?
No, it was actually mentioned on a podcast or something I was watching. Right? I like to go behind
So then
the
it's
scenes.
true.
He likes to go behind the scenes and find out what Han Solo was eating for breakfast.
I do.
Not only does he go behind the scenes and stuff that's designated for entertainment, like movies, television, and everything, he says that about actual life too.
I do.
You know, behind the scenes. I'm like, that's not a thing. It's not a thing in real life. He said that about his wife being evaluated in the emergency room. You know, we had this behind the scenes. I'm like, no, that's not what that means.
Like,
I do not think you know what that means. Inconceivable. I do not think you know what that word
Okay,
means.
fair enough. You know, I'm not going to argue the medical
Inconceivable.
aspect of that. Inconceivable. The Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yes, I got that.
Greatest movie of all time.
Too
Nah.
bad.
You just don't get it.
I do get it. I've watched it like 3 times.
That's
Did you
not
know
enough.
Andre the Giant was afraid of heights?
is that irony? Because he's
Yeah.
a giant.
Yeah. And that
That
guy
was
was...
That was a
funny
dumb
joke.
comment.
No, it wasn't. Right? That was actually a great movie.
So
There's some
let's
interesting
One of the
facts
greatest
hear
movies of all
about
time.
more of your
One of the greatest
nerds.
movies of all time.
Let's hear about more of your nerdness. I thought you said The Crow was one of the greatest
I
movies
said
of all
it
time.
is one of the greatest movies
Okay,
of all time.
Pretty sure My Girl is the greatest movie on
It is one of that is a good movie.
With Macaulay Culkin.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Too
he's not a
bad he
star.
died in that scene, in that movie.
They took it dark. They went down
Yeah,
a dark road.
they went dark.
Wasn't he in?
Wait, he actually died?
No.
Oh,
he
I was
dies
like,
in the
I swear
movie.
he's old.
No,
Did you
he's
see,
an adult now.
Did you see Macaulay Culkin's modern day version of Home Alone?
No, I'm sure it's horrible.
I'm
Oh
sure
no,
horrible
it's
too.
great because this guy gets in a car and there he is and he's on a rampage about how his mother left him at home and he's smoking cigarettes. You gotta watch it; it's hilarious.
I don't
It's
got
nothing
it.
like it. Yeah, you do.
Which one of them was it? The Family Guy where they were showing the previews for the movie Home Alone and the criminals just shot him in the head.
Oh, dang.
That would be funny.
That would kind of actually be realistic.
End of movie.
Like he tried his
but,
shit. They like
whatever.
walked in. They're like, oh, okay, and they just shot him.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it was Family Guy.
so we're boring the daughter because she keeps trying to play
So
with her pants.
was it Macaulay Culkin?
No, I sent you an email about different nerd topics, and you were supposed to look at it and decide.
I did look at them.
and decide if we related to any
You
of those.
guys have a lot of them.
Okay,
both
which ones?
of you.
Go ahead, shoot.
I can
was
pull it
not
up in a
given
minute.
any
You didn't
topic.
get.
No, it's
He
not a
doesn't-
topic.
Wait, I
sent
wanted
her-
to ask.
I sent her
Wasn't
this-
Macaulay Culkin in that movie, The Good Son, too?
Yes.
And he died in there too.
But he's
Okay,
still alive.
Well,
but
acting.
who was also in it?
I don't remember.
Frodo.
I can't even get into those movies.
Sorry.
Frodo. You know the guy who played Frodo. He was also in it.
From Lord of
That's
the
the
Rings.
other
kid. Lord of the
Yeah, but I
Rings.
don't.
Which version?
There's
the
2
animation version?
Frodos.
Yeah, there's the animated
the
version.
Real
and
life
also-
version. How could you be in a movie as a real life child and then in another movie?
Voice actor?
Yeah,
No,
that can be
not
done.
that. Not
Thanks
that.
for backing me up this one time.
Yeah, never
You
again.
defended him.
Never.
Why would you defend him?
My bad.
Do you
Oh.
watch? Do you watch anime then too, or you read manga and all that other stuff?
Ew.
Why? Ew.
Yeah, ew.
So
I
should
said
we
it.
read
It's
these?
ew.
Do you want us to? There's like a million of them.
I'm just waiting
But
for you to fucking do it while I
Shut
ask him a
your face
question.
Okay,
hole.
for anime.
I sent you that
So
list to see
nerd
which
and geek
ones
hobbies. Which ones we're gonna vote?
Okay,
Do they do-
scroll.
I'm
Scroll.
scrolling.
For
Do
anime,
they do
yeah.
that? Playing
the last
video games.
series I watched was
Dad, Beaveman, doesn't play many
Parasite. I
video
watched
games.
that.
You
You
can't
Shut
talk
up.
over us, dummy.
Well, then you told us to read through, and you were waiting
tell
for
you.
us.
Okay. But
You told us to talk about topics.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're
talk
talking
amongst
about
yourself.
video games,
Okay.
like console video games, console.
What's a
video...
console?
Shut up.
You can-
Console video
Are you
games.
asking
the middle
Xbox.
finger. I don't play
What am I
Xbox
asking?
or
Yeah, what are you
PS5 or 4.
We were gonna vote whether we thought you
Not
did or not.
voting.
The daughter and I
Okay,
were
go
gonna say
ahead.
whether you do with them
Okay,
or
go
not
ahead.
do them. We'll read through this. Playing video games. I'm gonna go with no for the Beaveman, not very
No.
much, and then no for the Rons because
Yeah,
Rons
he does.
is
He's a game. He plays
no,
on the
he plays.
computer.
That's down farther on this
That's
list.
PC games.
Yeah,
that's
that's
different.
that's down further on this list.
Pardonnez-moi.
Remember now.
Don't make fun of my facial expressions.
So fiction books. I'm gonna go with yes for
Yes,
both
of
them.
you read like graphic novels.
Yeah,
and
I think
stuff.
graphic novels comes because it comes down here with
This is-
technology.
Here's one of my
Ron's
favorite quotes
thinks-
from Conan.
Oh my god.
Coming of Conan, the Cimmerian.
Are you gonna read us a quote?
I am. This is the greatest quote of all times, or one of the greatest quotes.
Nerd.
Civilized men are more discourteous than savages because they know they can be impolite without having their skulls split as a general thing.
I guess that is a good quote.
Yeah,
And that is why we should split skulls.
I agree.
Okay,
Wholeheartedly.
I agree too. Because people who are civilized and try to talk shit, they just don't. They don't get away with it very well, or they do get away with it too much.
But they're not.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anywho.
fiction
Anywho.
books. So we already said yes to that. Technology. Ron thinks he's really good with it.
He's really not.
He might have been good with it in like the 80s when technology.
It was one button and you're okay.
He was a master of the what was it? The Texas
TI-85?
The Texas Instruments
The TI-85,
calculator.
yeah. No, I think I'm pretty good.
Do you still have your calculator to watch?
No.
Ooh,
But I think
with
I'm
all the
pretty good.
buttons on it, like Casio.
The Casio. I think I'm really good with technology. However, when it comes to the Beaveman's technology level, I'm not as up to his par where I should be.
He doesn't have a very good technology level, so
He knows
you must really suck.
No, let me put it this way. He knows more about the Apple than I do.
The Apple?
The Apple.
The Apple computer, right? I use
Mac?
PCs, the Macs,
Apple.
right?
Okay,
Isn't this a
board
PC?
games?
No, it's an
No,
Apple.
it's
Oh, wait, no, it needs to have the little black thingy bobber.
Board games.
What's the-
I'm gonna go
The
with
actual,
yes on
like, PC, or the what is it called?
the tower.
Tower, that's what it's called.
Board games. I'm gonna go with yes for the Beaveman.
You probably play,
Ron's-
like, Magic or something, like
That's not a board
Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's not the same thing.
That's down
It
here
has a
too.
board.
It does have
Or, like, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
role-playing
on here
game.
too.
That's
It's
different.
further
I
down.
am-
Board games, it depends on which one. What's your favorite board game?
Monopoly.
Oh, I've got a couple.
Oh my
but-
god, that's not what I asked you. You said I got a couple.
Yeah,
Okay,
I do.
so
When
straight
I
up
say which
answer.
one-
Okay,
which one is
your
your favorite?
all-time favorite board
Shoots
game.
and ladders.
That's the dumbest favorite ever.
Shoots and ladders.
Doesn't
Yeah.
even require
'Cause he-
dice. Or
No,
anything.
no.
Shoots and ladders. Yeah, it does. You got to roll.
You have to roll to see
Oh,
how far
sorry,
you can
sorry.
go up a
Sorry is
ladder.
good.
But
Right?
sorry's boring.
Sorry pisses me off.
It's because you suck at it and I always beat you.
That's because you cheat. You think you can use the slide on everybody's
Uh,
slide.
No.
Chess is
Can't.
really good. I like chess.
Ooh, chess
Ew.
is-
I like Risk.
Risk is good,
That was pretty good.
right? I collect games. I really do. I've got a lot of games, but I don't
Oh,
play
when
them.
we
just
clean
doesn't play 'em.
ours
He's
out,
like, I
we will
collect 'em, but I don't
totally
play 'em.
unload. I mean, give you some games.
Yeah, Angry Birds. You like Angry Birds?
I think I actually have that game.
Oh, we have a couple
We
versions
got
of
a
it.
couple.
You might need a couple
We got a
different
couple if you want to
versions.
build a bigger,
Yeah.
complex.
Also,
to knock
what is it?
over.
The thing is, I like to collect games for so when I go hiking, I've got something to play with my family. But I'm
But you
Like
play the
on
games-
this hike.
But you play the games for the games. Like, okay, let's set up this little Angry Birds catapult. I'm gonna knock your shit over on this hike here.
there's a game called Fish, which is really cool. It's an,
I've heard of it. Yes, fish.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an Austin take on Scrabble, but it's really cool.
Does it come in like a little bag? Like those portable games that you hook on your backpack?
Oh, like Yahtzee?
No. But I like Yahtzee. I like Farkle. Farkle's a great game.
The Swan won't even play games.
Why?
Because they anger me.
We should
I
get
don't.
Trouble. I like Trouble.
Trouble's like sorry.
No, it's better.
Because you have to pop the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what else you got there?
Yeah.
Comic books.
Oh,
Yes,
love 'em,
yes,
yeah.
for both
Duh.
of them. Yep.
Duh.
Duh.
Pen and paper role playing game. There's your Dungeons
Yeah,
and Dragons.
Dungeons and
Ron's
Dragons
does
and-
that. Beaveman does not.
No, we play Pokemon. That counts,
That's
right?
different.
That's a different. It's not a pen and paper game.
Which surprised me. I didn't know the Beaveman
Strategy
played Pokemon.
games.
He
I guess
didn't
if you want to
until
count
recently.
them, Risk is like a strategy. But I feel like strategy games to me is like word
Tetris
puzzles
or whatever.
or like
chess,
Tetris. Or,
Blocus or whatever
Risk,
that is.
Uno.
so
Uno's a strategy game as well.
No,
who knows a
it's
strategy
not.
game for retards?
And when we say
Got you.
retards, we don't mean people with.
No, we mean it in a
A mental
non-derogatory
disability. Yeah.
term that we used in the 80s.
No,
like
we mean it as a derogatory.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, a
idiots.
derogatory term.
Of course
Sorry.
it's derogatory.
Fucking retard.
Yeah, but not like as in you're retarded. Like
No, you
you're-
are retarded.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No, that is exactly what we mean it is. She's like one of those people that doesn't understand the definition of a word, so she just throws shit out there.
I
We
do.
mean it
I
as
do.
a-
Like grandpa?
As in the
Yes.
non-derogatory term? No, what we mean is
as a
derogatory.
slang term. Yes. Okay. Anyway.
It's still derogatory.
Well, okay. Whatever.
So-
I won't say my other one.
What's your other one?
No, you
Yeah,
don't even want to know, Ron's. I'll tell you
Okay.
later off
All right.
the air.
Yeah.
Or you could
Yeah.
just not.
Watching movies. Yes to
Yeah.
both, but Ron's only watches them for the movie.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Even
or
though he
behind-
likes to go behind the
he likes to
scenes.
go behind the scenes.
He doesn't
No,
like
no.
to dive deep into the
Wait a minute.
content.
Well, I'm sorry. I was looking up something on my phone. What
He's
did
not
you
even
say?
watching movies.
Did you
So-
know?
No.
That,
I watch movies to watch the movie. I'm not as, and I've said this before.
He
I'm not
doesn't
like
Batman behind the
dissect
scenes. Did
them.
you know that the guy who was on Batman Begins, who was the best boy grip, that he had a canker sore at the time that movie was filmed?
Whoa! Now, speaking of Batman, Michael Keaton is making a return. Are you happy about
Yeah,
that?
I know that. We've already talked about it.
I like
Yeah,
Michael
but-
Keaton Batman. He might be one of my favorites
He's gonna be in The
because
Flash.
he's only
The
like
Flash
the
movie.
only Batman that I.
Well,
you
no,
know.
I like watching movies to watch the movies, but I also like to see how things are done behind the scenes too.
Behind the scenes. Here we go again. You want to
So
go behind the scenes?
Star Wars.
Go behind the
We're
scenes.
gonna go with
on.
yes on both of them. However, we got the Beaveman a lot more into it, in depth,
Oh, jeez.
culture,
Oh,
history, fandom.
Oh, no. It's a cult level with him. It is a cult level. Let's not
Yeah.
bullshit on this one.
I mean, he sleeps with Princess Leia pillowcase, so
Yeah.
Thank you, Rons.
thank you.
Oh,
Ron.
you're welcome. And he got the Baby Yoda hand sanitizer.
That's in my car.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Binge watching TV shows. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with yes on the Beaveman. Ron's, he probably
He watches
does.
his
He just
animations.
said- He clearly
He
just
does.
said that he watches a shitload
8
of TV.
hours.
Yeah,
and
but does he
blah,
binge?
blah.
Like, you're gonna sit down and watch an entire season in a
I
night?
believe
Like,
that.
you
He has
stay
no
up
life.
late to not.
I've done that before. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it depends.
See? Told you.
If the series is great, like the Dexter series, that was awesome.
I did that with the first season of Cobra Kai. I stayed up till 3 in the morning.
I know
and
you
watched
I
it.
watched. Yeah, I binge watched. I think the first 3 seasons, right? And because you asked me to, and I binge watched them one night. And
Yeah,
I liked
I
it.
asked you to binge watch them. I'm like, binge watch this, Rons.
Yeah, and I liked it. And then of course, I
Don't you get mad when they end though? Like if you binge watch the whole
No.
thing and then you're done, aren't you
I
pissed?
get upset,
I get
yeah.
mad. Like I'm gonna be mad when the show I'm watching it right now.
No,
is
I
done.
You
don't.
shouldn't be
You
because
know
your
why?
show is lame.
no,
It's a good show. I
because-
think it's
Show's
really well
lame.
written.
Because when I was a kid, you had to wait a week for that episode to come out. Now you can go back and watch it whenever you want.
See, I hate when that happens, but I also hate when they just cancel shows because
That I don't like.
then it leaves you on a cliffhanger.
No,
Yeah, life
I've been
goes on.
binge watching
Like the
Hogan's
Kims?
Heroes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dumb-
but you should
dumb
be happy
ending.
for the Kims.
No.
Because Mr. Kim is now a starfighter pilot
In Star Wars. Yeah.
in the New Republic.
Okay, that's what series is that?
Kim's
And,
Convenience.
Okay, yeah, that's the Canadian
And
comedy
Joan
show.
Yeah.
is now a superhero in the Marvel universe.
And
So
he
Well,
got
what happened to
broken up
Janet?
with.
Janet,
She's gay.
she's
She's definitely gay.
Like gay
So,
as
she's
in lesbian
gender
term.
fluidity.
She's not gay as in the
Happy.
I think Shannon
Yes.
is gay too.
How do you know this?
I'm not even gonna lie. to
Shannon
you.
got a big dumper.
Shannon got yeah,
I
her
think
dumper
she's
got
kinda
bigger
gay.
as time went by.
How would
Maybe
you-
she was pregnant.
How do you
I have a
know?
That might
great
be.
gaydar.
I feel like that. I think that's probably what it was.
Really?
Yeah,
And
I feel
what
like
parent
she's
do you
pregnant.
get that from?
Both.
myself. No, mom is.
How are you a
not,
parent of yourself?
Yeah, I'm a parent myself. Mom is not good with a gaydar.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not. You want to bring up who I just brought up, or who we were bringing up earlier?
Who?
Because you didn't know.
Who? Who are we
Who do
talking
you
about?
think?
You know what? I feel
Me
like
and
the
Dad
Emperor-
knew.
What are you talking about?
I feel like the Emperor when he
What are you
sets the
talking about?
Republic against the Republic,
What
and he
are
just
you
steps
talking
back
about? I
as
don't
Emperor
even know what
Palpatine
you're
going,
talking about.
"The Jedi try to attack me."
No, not Ron.
Give me
I
the
know
power
Ron
to
is
Ron's
stop
got
it.
gay
gay.
undertones.
Yeah, I watched a really good episode.
Ron has
of
asexual
The Clone
undertones.
Wars,
Oh.
and
Is that good?
What are we talking about?
We're
define-
talking about.
I knew about.
No,
I think
you
Hermione
didn't.
was gay for like a long time ago.
No,
yes,
it was
I did.
me and
Didn't
Dad.
I?
It was me and Dad, and not you. I knew first. I knew when I was like
that's
3. I
not the
knew.
first.
Look at the hand go up like I knew.
I said that well
What does
before.
asexual mean? Seriously,
know.
Without sex.
I don't.
You just
no.
it makes you like uncomfortable to like even like go into that topic. Not like uncomfortable. Like you just aren't sexually.
You aren't sexual.
Yeah.
Asexual.
Yeah.
as
You are
in
without
Anti-sexual.
Not
Okay.
different.
No.
Asexual.
Ron's is just a late bloomer.
Thank you.
He's still waiting to bloom.
I am. That's the way it goes.
After
Yeah.
70 years, still waiting.
Yeah.
What else is on your list there? Oh,
Trading card games.
Yeah.
Yes, on the
Both
Beaveman.
on-
I feel like Ron's probably did play some trading
I
cards.
feel like the
Magic.
Rons
I
would
feel like
play
you
trading
play
card
Magic.
games if I got him into it.
I might, but I used to collect cards,
Like what kind of cards?
superhero cards, because I was in
Totally
the
different thing.
when I
Still
was
trading cards though.
Yeah, they are. But I was back in the day when I used to collect comics, and they used to have X-Men, Boris Boleo, and the Hildebrand brothers would paint all this stuff. So I've got a complete collections of their stuff. Right.
Right, so
And
I used to
then-
have all the
cards.
Garbage Pail Kids
Wow.
cards, and I had all of the like.
I-
I'm kind of mad that those probably got ruined.
Also, I have.
I'm
Sure they're
they
in
might
your mom's
be.
house.
I'm pretty sure they probably
Your
are in
mom
my
is a
mom's
hoarder.
house.
I also have an autographed Mark Wade card of he wrote Kingdom Come. with Alex Ross, who
Wow.
did the artwork. Well, you know about the Kingdom Come series, right?
No, that's
DC?
why I said wow, because you sound nerdy. And
Yeah,
gross.
I am.
Yeah,
Nerdy
yeah,
and
that's because we
Nerdy
are.
and gross. Thank you.
You're
we are nerds.
welcome.
Yeah, because we are nerds. That's why.
Yeah, I'm a
Does
nerd,
your
but I'm not
room
that
smell
gross.
like the
What do
comic
you
book
mean
store?
by gross?
You're
young lady?
gross.
Like smells like the comic book store when you walk in there.
Oh, like paper
No, like
and like
No.
Dirty
sweaty,
teenager.
gross
no, like fart in desperation.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
people with no wives. You know,
body odor covered up
body
with some-
over.
over.
No,
yeah,
it's
body
just,
odor.
no, it's,
body
it's,
over.
the overwhelming smell is desperation.
So
And
Everybody's-
people,
you know what?
and people
forever.
think that loneliness and desperation don't have a smell, but they do.
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
So for that,
once again, we're gonna paint me into a corner that I smell lonely and desperate.
No, I'm not saying you. I wasn't
No, I
saying
was saying you.
I wasn't
Yeah,
saying
you were saying me.
I was talking about when you walk into a comic book store.
Yeah. No, there was an actual comic book store where I would go into, and Carrie did not like to go in there because they're the proprietors were exactly what the daughter said. They had greasy hair. They were just scary to look at. They smelled of desperation.
This is the best time to be alive if you're a comic book nerd.
Yeah, but
because
this
there's-
was way back in
Yeah,
the day.
but I'm just saying now is the best time to be alive because lots of girls are into that. So
Yeah, I don't understand that, but all right.
lots of hot girls.
Thank you.
they go nerding.
I don't go
They
for
go
that.
nerding.
they like the same shit. So the nerd guys do have some sort of a shot because they're going to be around them all. the
Well,
time.
you know, the thing is, I also think it's because now they're allowed to like it. Before, it wasn't that.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're allowed to
sorry,
like it
what?
because
Did
you
you just say
had to
that
be a
loud?
closet nerd to like it, right? So I knew some girls back in high school that were into comics.
You mean because girls are catty bitches and you would get like ostracized from the cool kids?
Hey, just because you raised your child like that, don't blame all the others.
No,
that's all
I'm
on
not
her.
like that.
That's all on her. We didn't raise her that way. That's all.
No,
on her.
I'm mean to you people. I'm not like that.
When
to
you say
other-
you people, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean
You.
by
What do you
that?
mean by that? What do you
You're
mean
a
by you
troll,
people?
and
What do
you
you mean by
are
you people?
something.
What do you mean
You
by
were
you
never
people?
like this
Called
at the
Devon's a
dojo.
troll.
I definitely was.
No, you weren't.
She was. She just
I
kept it under
definitely
wraps
was.
because she was taught to be polite in
Yeah.
public.
I'm polite in public, just like not
In real life.
right now.
Remember that time that she got mad at Wayne and said, "You're a jerk," and stormed out of the dojo?
No, I don't.
She yelled that at him.
No, I
It was
don't.
hilarious.
way.
No way.
She was so low.
My favorite moment
You're
was
a
when
jerk.
we were in North Carolina
You're a
and she was
jerk.
in that helicopter and we were at that.
Ew, it smells
airport.
so
She's like, it smells
stinky."
stinky in here. Like just straight up calling soldiers stinky.
That's because
Right.
they are
Well,
Well,
stinky.
it was funny
stinky
'cause we
in
have
here.
a picture of her making a face while she's sitting in an Apache helicopter.
Oh, that's the same face I made
And
you
she's, like,
when you held me for the
4.
first time.
Stinky in here.
Well, probably was.
Okay, how about I don't even know what these are. Warhammer 40K.
Oh, that's a RPG.
So
Rocket
yes
Pro-
on
no,
the
no.
Rons. Yes
That's
on the
a-
Rons.
Yeah, that's
in a
yeah.
video game.
Yeah, that's also a video game, but
Then
that's a
Sci-fi
rocket propelled grenade.
tabletop fantasy gaming. Oh,
It's
nerd,
tabletop gaming, yeah.
definitely nerddom right there.
Okay, you know
I don't
would
play that, I just know
I would
about it.
play. I would play video games, but they make me nauseous. That's why I don't play them.
That sounds
Video
like a
games
mom
make me-
excuse.
They
It's
do
true.
make
they
me
make me
nauseous.
nauseous.
Yeah.
I
They
get a
make
headache. I get a headache in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, so do I, but you got to push through.
No, I can't.
It
And
makes me- I would
like
get a
the-
migraine
Shut the
and throw
fuck
up.
up, Swan.
Does it cause you vertigo?
Yes,
No,
to me it does.
no, it just gives me a headache in about 15 minutes, which makes me upset because I really want to play the first-person shooter games, but I can't.
It gives me car
Wham.
sickness feeling
Wait, yeah,
to
exactly.
play those games.
I play those games.
Yeah,
Like what?
Doom or the Mario Kart or any of those that move. They make me all want to
I
puke.
used to be
like
in a-
sweaty car
I
sick.
bet I could
feeling.
play 'em-
Quake 2,
I bet I could
Quake
play
2
'em on the
Chaos
computer.
Mod.
I
what
couldn't
is
play
it?
them on the computer
Doom.
either.
Well,
RJ plays a lot
That's
of
why I think
Doom.
I could play them on the computer because Castle Wolfenstein, when that
Yep.
came out, I could play that and I never got sick.
I couldn't ever
That was
play
the
that
best,
game.
man.
That game
You
was
had your
pretty
knife
fun.
and
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever
Freaking
play
yeah.
Carmen San Diego on the computer?
No,
Yep.
that's,
We played that in
takes too
school.
much,
Yeah.
that takes too much concentration.
I
in-
used
in
to
a
look
different way.
forward. We used to get
Fuck
like
that.
you have to
Fuck
earn
that.
your computer time,
Yeah,
and
like
I'd be like,
20 minutes,
Yeah.
then you'd get that, which is weird because you're way older
it's an
than I am.
education game. They
we
they
played
kept it
Conan.
around.
They kept it around,
It was
yeah.
a lot more less advanced when I was younger. It was like you have to push.
It was
two
a game
buttons.
like this Conan game in our computer lab back when the screen was black and green or
Yeah,
black
it
and
was.
orange.
The old CBMs.
Okay, how about nonfiction books?
Yeah.
Beaveman reads a lot of them. Ron's, I could see him reading randomly, but not
Yeah,
nearly
randomly.
as much as.
Does sci-fi count as nonfiction?
I think sci-fi's has got its own thing coming on
That would
here.
be-
Cartoons. We're gonna go with yes with both nerds.
Animation.
Sci-fi would be.
Oh wait,
fiction.
science fiction. My bad.
Why would they? Yeah.
Sorry.
It's lumped in here down. Watching anime,
Definitely.
Beefman
You
only
asked me
because he
about-
likes the short skirts. Ron's
don't
is
watch anime.
definitely. No, the only reason you would.
The closest thing that I've watched to anime is watching Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me recommend one.
No.
No,
One.
anime
It's called One Punch
Anime's
Man.
gross.
Right? Think of a superhero. This guy trains hard, right? And then when he gets to the level, he's really like, okay, I've done this. Now what's next? Right? So he goes around. He can defeat most everybody.
Yeah, that sounds stupid.
As with one punch, right? You've got to watch it. Watch one episode.
There was
one
one,
punch
there was
per
one that I
episode.
watched a little bit. I can't remember what it was called, but it was this dude who was like a samurai and he was like killing everybody. That one was kind of
Sounds like
cool.
every anime
It
ever.
What is it? Parasite, which was really good.
That was an anime. That's a movie.
That's
no,
a movie.
that was an anime.
Oh,
It was
What?
a Japanese.
We
Yeah,
watched
it was
the
an
movie.
anime. You think about the Korean
Yeah.
version.
that one.
That was the actual movie, but I watched the Parasite,
That
the
movie
anime. That was
terrified
good.
me.
And then
Yeah, but the guy came out of the dark.
it's not really anime, but it's Invader Zim. That's
Yeah,
love
that's not
Invader
anime. I like
Zim.
Invader Zim.
I love that. Really, and I got to watch the movie. I haven't watched the movie yet, but I love that one. What's next?
Cosplay.
I could definitely see Ron doing cosplay. I'm not even kidding you right now.
I've done I've done makeup before and
Horror makeup?
Yeah,
Horror
Yeah,
makeup.
as a zombie, I've done that.
Horror,
That's
like
not cosplay.
WHORE. Horror.
No, we're not talking.
It
drag
took you a
queen.
while to figure out how to
Say
spell
horror.
that.
I didn't want to spell it wrong and then
Horror
get made fun of.
HORROR.
As Ron says, horror,
Horror
makeup.
makeup.
Horror makeup.
Horror
I've done
makeup.
that. I mean, you look at today's cosplay. I mean, these guys go all the fuck.
Yeah,
out.
look up cosplay on TikTok. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it takes months to
Beefman
get
really
everything,
wants to see the
so.
skanky girl outfits from cosplay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Those
wear
are
them.
interesting too.
Yeah, they
You
are
know.
right, and then
Like-
just not the outfit, the makeup that these guys do. It's just phenomenal.
Horror makeup.
No, some of them, I thought I was.
Some of the makeup is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I thought my makeup skills were pretty
I
intricate.
couldn't
for
Pretty
do
bad?
cosplay
cosplay.
because I don't know who I would.
Not
dress
pretty
as.
bad. I caught that. There's this one artist on. I don't know if she's on TikTok, but she did the spring center where she blacked out half her body and then drew a spring right in the center of her chest and made herself look like a wooden person. And it was just phenomenal the way she does stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of TikTok artists that do that kind of stuff. Just random.
Well, as I stated, I wouldn't do cosplay because I don't know what I would be, so therefore I would not do it.
I don't know. Could you go as a giant butthead?
That wasn't funny.
Then why are you laughing?
Because your pause waiting for someone to laugh was funny.
Often happens. Whenever he does try to be funny, there's always a pause after.
Yeah, it's not. It's not
Awkward pause.
Yeah, you know,
It's
it's not organic.
Just looks at
It's
him.
not organic.
You know, like,
So anyway,
So it makes me think of what we were talking about the other day. Why do they always put the female superhero, villain, cosplay, whatever, in fucking crazy, stupid high heels? Who's gonna kick ass in high heels?
You could
Who's
take
gonna-
someone's eye out in high heels.
Yeah, but you can't run or be fast in
No,
stilettos.
stupid.
Because
No.
people
freaking
find it
retarded.
hot.
Yeah, but that's stupid and not
have you
even
seen-
realistic at all.
Okay, there's a video out there. Once again, I'm going to go back to this. Have you seen the video of all these men in like 6-inch frickin' stilettos dancing?
What does that have to do with it?
We don't want to know about your gay porn, drag queen porn obsession.
Fantastic.
Runs.
They're
I don't
all
care,
related.
right? Yeah, but the
All
thing
related.
is, these men move like they can run in these things.
Yeah, but they clearly have practice with that.
Yeah, that's-
but
it's not
still,
practical, it's
it is
stupid.
not comfortable to walk around in those shoes.
That's a lot of blisters.
Run.
Do you wear stilettos?
Why would I do that?
Well, then don't complain about
mean,
the blisters.
I'm just
Look
saying.
at Barbie's feet. Do you think your feet are shaped that way? You have
Yeah,
to have
they're
your
literally
feet
like
shaped
this.
like.
Oh wait, sorry.
Barbie.
They're shaped like an S. Her feet.
Do
are
that again
literally
so
shaped
the
like an
viewers
S.
at home can see you.
I will stop making the same joke that I made.
No, the only one that was the only practical take
Not
on a
original.
superhero, and the show sucked because of who they picked to do it, but it was on oh fuck, what was the name of it? The guy who's
G.I. Joe Kung Fu Fist?
no, the guy who's got the
Golden Fist or
golden
whatever it
fin-
is.
whatever.
Iron Fist.
Is that the name of it?
It
Was
might
the name
be,
of it?
yeah. Iron Fist.
Does he have the green?
Yeah, he wears the
Yeah,
green.
Iron
He's got the yellow.
Fist.
Yeah, the girl that they picked who takes over for him. She has a practical outfit, and she's not wearing high heels, and she kicks ass.
So does Captain Marvel, right? She doesn't have high heels.
Yeah, she doesn't have high heels.
I mean,
So she's
even like
practical.
old school Wonder Woman, she had like wedge heels. You could run more easily in that.
Yeah, it's stupid. We all agree
but
it's dumb.
It's dumb.
Except for Ron's. He thinks it's not dumb. I think it's stupid.
yeah.
I didn't say anything to
Yeah,
the
you
contrary.
did. You were like defending it. Well, there's guys that are able to dance. And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, I was.
Clearly,
I mean,
so clearly,
Let's see
women
you
can
try
do
and
it.
run in heels right now.
So clearly,
I
like
it
to
can
see
be
that.
done.
Even if they could run in it, you cannot outrun somebody in combat boots in stilettos. You just can't. And how are you not gonna like? You're gonna climb up a ladder or run through dirt.
Yeah, we get the point. Stop
You
getting
get
all
stuck
freaking-
in the
stop getting all
grass
angry.
because
all
about
right,
it.
you know
your
what?
heels
You
get
guys
stuck
backed
in
me
there.
into a corner. You insulted me. I think this is the point where
Is it
we
time to move on?
Yes.
Good.
I vote we insult him a little bit more. And
We will.
then we
Let's-
move
let's
on.
move
Let's
on.
insult Swan.
How
because
about,
she's getting all hot about it, as if she wears anything other than.
I don't.
No, because
That's
she
why
gets
I
angry
don't.
when someone calls her hot. So
Yes, she does. So
Why
anyway,
do you get angry when someone calls you hot?
she's like, I don't want them to call me hot. I don't want them to hit on
How
me.
dare they look at me?
because I don't
How
like
dare-
it, but
how
I
dare they
hate
look
it
in my
when you
direction?
walk in somewhere and you can feel people
Yeah,
look
why
you
does
up
it?
and
I don't
down.
think that happens to you very often.
It does happen.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Don't worry, I'm watching.
Simply doesn't.
You're watching.
I'm just watching to make
No,
sure.
you can tell. Like just the other day when we got the oil change.
Oh my gosh,
done.
she's gonna go on and on about this potato guy.
Yeah, he looks like a potato, and you can see like eye contact, but they give you the up and down staring, looking
Maybe
at
he just
you.
has like
Yeah, maybe he was looking at
fidgety
you going, he's
eyes
like,
or-
she looks like she just had surgery.
Yeah, that's
Well,
probably what he
maybe
said.
were you with her?
Yeah.
Yes,
So maybe they were looking at the baby swan.
That's
that's
disgusting.
even grosser.
It was, but
Well,
you know what?
people have to look down to me.
Oh.
I am short.
Aw, poor baby swan.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like it's creepy when people give you the up
she's
down look
creepy.
and they like look at your boob. Like you're like, okay, you're talking to me, but you're looking at my boobs or my ass.
Probably
Yeah,
shouldn't
they're
have
out
got
there
boob
for a
job.
reason.
So-
You shouldn't have got a boob job.
Anyway,
If you didn't want people to look at your boobs, shouldn't have got a boob job.
there
You
you
got a
go.
boob job? Oh wait, I think I knew this. You because your nipples were funky.
You asshole. That kid's an
She
asshole.
had some of the biggest areolas I've ever seen.
Hey, why are we talking about my boobs? That's
You brought
not
it
nice.
up. You were like,
No.
they be looking at my boobs.
Because
They be looking at my butt.
they cut them down. They cut them down though. They're not as big as they were.
Well, you know, the thing is,
Now they're in proportion.
and you know
to
what?
their
And
size.
looking at the baby swan, this is what she's going to have to go through in life. They're going to, you know.
Why are you looking
You're
at me?
gonna have big nipples.
No, you said you got those after you were pregnant with me, so
They just got stretched out in
No,
funky
she's
shape.
lying.
They were abnormally large, but they got stretched out in funky shape after.
Anyway, next.
There you go. So, you know,
Birth
you're
control.
going to have to learn how to deal with the creepers out there, so don't wear
oh,
high
did you
heels.
call me pretty? Oh my gosh, thanks. Thank
Okay,
you.
how about moving on? Electronics and robotics.
Oh,
Ron
definitely.
thinks
No,
So-
Ron's for the yes, and
Oh, definitely,
Swan
yeah.
or
He has a
baby
calculator.
Beaveman, no. Yeah, Ron, you got your what? A calculator?
No, that's what I'm saying. But no, I love robotics.
His calculator
I
is
like
sentient.
robotics.
I love robotics and AI.
He doesn't understand it. He just likes it.
Oh, I understand it. It just I don't
Uh-huh.
have
So
the
the
means
house
to-
takes over for you, and you can't get out. It's all bad.
Can't wait for that
I don't
to
think so.
happen.
I don't think that's going to happen because he hand washes his dishes.
True, true.
If he hasn't figured
Don't worry
out
about
that
the
there's
dishwasher.
a dishwasher,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. We
What
already
is
talked
it?
about that one.
What's the old
that's how
adage
Ron's met his
that
wife.
you and I?
Yes.
That's
I
disturbing.
told a joke about the about robots. I laughed. My wife laughed. The toaster laughed. So I shot it. It was a good day.
That was the dumbest joke I've ever heard come
They
out of your
don't listen.
mouth.
Oh wait, it gets worse.
No, yeah, he said dumber things.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
He
Yeah.
met his wife playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I did.
That's so,
So
romantic.
weird.
Nerdy.
What were you? What were you, Rons? Were you a holy man or some shit like that? What were you?
He was probably one of the girls.
Well, thank you. No, I was a rogue. I like playing a thief, right? Because
And what was
That's
your
because
wife?
you could never be a thief.
What did your wife play as?
I think like a ranger or
pixie?
something. Ranger. I still
I
have
don't
some.
even know
I
what-
still
I
have
don't
some
think
of my
Pixie
old
is a
books.
choice.
I don't even know
I
what
feel
their
like Pixie's-
characters
they're probably
are.
worth a lot of money now if you got the originals.
I don't have the originals. I just have the ones I bought back in the 80s.
I used to make fun
Wow.
of this kid. His name was Jared. He sat behind me.
From
and
Now
Subway?
he's dead. He's killed
Now he's
himself.
dead. He probably did kill
He's
himself.
a pedophile and
He
he's
was
in jail.
definitely a nerd.
Did he hit on you?
No.
Did you scream at him?
He was in my. I was
She
nice
did,
to him
now he's
because he
gay.
helped. He
Oh,
used to do
God.
my chemistry homework for me.
Sounds like a unicorn there. So
I thought unicorns didn't
He
exist.
had a million of those Magic the Gathering cards and definitely played Dungeons and Dragons, but I used to make him play Go Fish with his Magic the Gathering cards.
So what is he doing today?
hilarious.
Have you ever
It was-
cyber stalked him to find out
No,
what he's doing?
I don't
today?
even remember his last name. Ken. Sorry, Jared.
Jared Leto.
No.
You made a
Shit.
man.
Oh, man. No, he was definitely not that cute. No. Maybe he glowed up or whatever
Wait,
the hell you...
which one? Oh, wait. Yeah, Jared Leto is cute. I had to think of which one it was.
In his tattooey bad way.
Yeah.
Not Jared
Comic-
from Subway.
Comic book shop. We already know the answer for both
Oh,
of
definitely,
those.
yeah. Definitely.
Nerded out there. Puzzle games. No for the Beaveman. They drive him nuts and he can't do them. I'm gonna go with Ron's doesn't like
Ron
them
probably
either.
sits alone
like
and does puzzles and
anagrams,
knits.
logic puzzles.
I like logic puzzles.
Have you
I really
solved
do.
one ever?
No. No.
That's okay. The daughter could do them in like second grade. So
No,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
That's okay. Swan can do them, and I don't find her particularly interesting or intelligent.
Oh,
Go fuck
so
yourself.
am I interesting or intelligent?
No.
Oh, well, you're
You're just-
wrong, so.
You're
cool.
wrong.
collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
for both of
Yeah,
them.
you both are hoarders. Cool.
I'm not a
Hoarders. Say the word right. Not whores.
Horse.
I said hoarder.
Ron's definitely not a hoarder. Horror.
Yeah, he couldn't get anybody.
Aww.
wow.
He got his
You're
wife.
just- you're
The
just-
only woman he ever kissed.
I mean, we don't know that that's actually true.
So fan fiction, probably yes
Yeah.
for both
Yeah,
of
we
them.
already said that we
That
like
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Astronomy. Ron thinks he understands a lot about it.
Oh, I love astronomy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just, I got to read up on.
I was just looking at the
Geeking
sky.
out over Pluto.
I was just looking at the sky the other night.
Now, you make fun of me about that, but I like. When I was a kid, I had this glow in the dark map that I used to read the stars with, and it's fantastic. And I've gone to an astronomy setup out at the local preserves out here. And
Preserves
You
like
mean
jelly.
a planet
At El
or,
Sabo?
no, actually, it's at the Nature Center,
Oh.
right? And the KAS comes out and they set up their telescopes, and I've seen galaxies, planets.
You can see that without a telescope. You just look up. at
Yeah,
the sky.
it's,
Yeah,
yes.
but you ever
Galaxies.
seen have you ever seen a nebula through a telescope versus?
You
Yeah, I've
are
seen
a
Nebula.
nebula.
I've seen Guardians
That's
of the
not even
Galaxy.
funny work on your material.
I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, so I've seen Nebula.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that. But when I saw like the craters of the moon, I mean, clear as day.
I can see those when I walk outside.
I could look
Yes,
up a
that's
picture really
see.
quick.
There you go. Yeah.
Google.
I can Google Moon it.
But when you see the rings around the planet, and you see Neptune and Saturn and Jupiter, it's fantastic.
Name more planets. Go ahead.
It's,
Keep going.
Uranus.
And I think that's great. I think that's great.
I
think it's
I
great.
nerd out
It's
on
really
it.
awesome.
I really do. When I get a chance, and it's because also I wanted to bring my son into it too, right? And I was
So you wanted to show your son Uranus.
no, God, that took a fucking dark turn, didn't it?
going.
No,
Just
no.
waiting for it.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
I was
Set it
Walk
up,
right
Ron.
into it.
Set it up.
He just sets himself up for this.
yeah.
If
I-
I, don't,
Backed Ron's
if I
right into
don't-
it.
if I don't take the shot, I feel physical pain.
Okay, 15. I was lucky enough to see the transit of Venus when it happened, right? So was my son. So it was great. So
It is
I
great.
love
I
astronomy.
think that's great.
Did you watch the solar eclipse?
No, not this one.
No?
Get the next one.
I'll get the
In
next
like
one.
50-something years or something when it's going to happen again?
It happens around the planet most assuredly.
I'll grab the next one.
I'll
You
get
see
the next-
Haley's comment? No, I'll catch the next one.
You know
I
what?
did see Haley's comment. when
No,
I
did
was
you?
with
I
you.
saw Hayakataki when it came through.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's on the mushroom over at Pacific. That's on the menu.
Shirataki?
No, Hayakataki was when it came through. That was something else.
You
That
had a
could see-
talkie to anything.
Yeah.
Takis. I want Takis. Those are good.
What?
I miss
Taki?
Takis. Those are good
Oh,
and
Taki.
tasty.
A lot of
crunchy,
MSG in
delicious.
Takis.
Yeah, they are.
No, I was
So
lucky enough.
YouTube, we definitely know Ron spends a
Oh,
fair
Ron's-
amount of his
yeah.
time
Yeah,
on
I do.
YouTube.
I do.
He lives and dies by YouTube.
Do you
I-
subscribe to things?
I do.
So do I.
I do.
Oh,
So
I'm
do
just
I.
asking. I mean, I have a couple things, nothing like great. I probably have like 4 things that I've subscribed.
It's probably
Subscribed.
fucking pretty boring. Whatever
Yeah, they
you're
are.
subscribed
Like
to.
they're workout things.
Ugh.
I listen to mainly nuclear blast metal.
You listen to what kind of?
What does that have to do with
YouTube.
YouTube?
It's some of the latest releases coming out of Europe.
If you
on
close
there.
your eyes, you don't have to watch it. You can
Yeah.
just listen.
What else? Anything to do with martial arts, I name it. Right.
That's on the list.
Hey, how far in before Ron's mentioned that he was a martial artist? We are like
I didn't
an
mention
hour
it.
in.
I didn't mention
But
it.
you
it's
just
on
brought
the
up
list.
martial arts.
But that's on the nerd list.
It is on their list. We're getting there.
But here's my-
programming.
No.
Ron's is going to go with yes on that. He thinks
Yeah.
he can. Beefman, no,
He can
I
make-
wouldn't even
He
understand
can make
it
the
at
0
all.
and 1 go across the screen.
Zeros and ones.
There you
Zeros
go.
and ones.
Binary.
I can
That's
play
all
the
it is.
dinosaur game.
They're miniatures. Are they talking about like action
Like
figures?
Dungeons
Action
and
figures.
That would
Dragons.
be
Little,
Warhammer.
all the tiny ones, the little.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Model building.
No.
No.
I feel like both of you have no patience for that.
Bunch of
How do you say
shows.
that? Manga? Manga?
Manga.
Manga.
Manga?
Manga.
Isn't that
Manga
like
is the
anime?
written version of anime.
Yeah, it's a written
so.
version of manga.
Ew.
Whole sections of it.
Ew.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Biology.
I would if it would. I'd
Beaveman.
do Scott
I'm
Pilgrim.
gonna go with yes. Beefman likes biology.
Yeah.
Ron's, I feel like he probably does. He
Yeah.
likes some naturey
But
biology
but
things.
he thinks it's astronomy.
He probably does.
Yeah. No, I like biology as well.
Tell us something about biology, Ron.
Oh, they're interlinked.
What does biology mean?
Well, I like the recently in study of serial killers, the chemical imbalance of what makes them tick and kill in the brain. So
Is that
you know,
I learned about
biology
that in,
or
like,
is that
7th
physiology?
grade.
Or is it? I guess it
Still
kind of
biology.
overlaps. Yeah.
It's the
okay.
study of your like people who are living.
Many sciences fall into biology.
Yeah. Live action role playing games.
Definitely,
LARPing?
because you like
Nope.
LARP.
I
Yeah.
don't.
I've seen a few LARPs out there. I'm not really a big fan.
Didn't
There
you
is one
do
that I
LARP?
think you would like.
I don't do LARP.
You
no.
didn't do? Don't you do?
Didn't you do that thing for LARP?
What thing?
Or was that
Yeah.
your jujitsu friend?
That was there. I show
No,
up to
that's-
help out if they need
That's
someone.
not LARP. We're not doing LARP.
No, but that was for camp. You guys
It was
showed
just
up
a
in
yeah,
the land.
demonstration.
we
We
did
didn't do
demonstration.
LARP.
It was
And it
for the
still
LARP
was-
kids.
yeah.
I guess.
We don't
LARPing,
like act out a scenario. Or
LARPing is
anything,
a
like-
lot more like role playing come to life, whereas if you're just doing a
That's
demo,
why it's called live action role playing.
I know. I mean,
You know what it's
don't
like.
call me an idiot when you
Like,
don't know what
I do know what it is.
You know what
No,
it's
you
like?
don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
Y'all
don't.
do missions and all that crap.
Yeah, I don't do a mission.
But you know what it's
Okay,
like?
well, I definitely
you know what
think
it's
you
like?
have.
It's a lot like role playing.
but live
Live
action.
action.
Life. Wow. That's what there's a Jedi bunch of guys who dress up like Jedis who teach lightsabers or do lightsaber
Yeah,
fighting.
I would just beat the fuck out of them.
They
just
were
because
at,
it's
the,
general
So-
principle.
at the Geek Fest. They were putting on a demo where Keith and I were at.
Do you think the people that play Quidditch are LARPers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
technically go
technically, I
under
feel like that.
How do you play
technically.
Quidditch?
I don't know that there is like a big thing
What-
where people.
What was it that? What show did we watch? That where they're with their? Oh, it was Kimmy Schmidt. Was it?
I think
Kimmy
so.
Schmidt?
The Unbreakable
Yes.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
I feel like it was on there.
So.
What was it? How far down is
Learning.
martial arts?
There's a lot. There's like 50 or something.
All
We're
right,
only at
learning
31.
languages.
Learning languages.
Oh, I love trying
Beefman,
to.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good
Yeah.
at it, but that's
What-
fine.
what
I don't think that
language
makes you a
runs?
nerd.
I don't think that really
I'm
makes
sorry, I
you a
said the
nerd
word
either.
wrong. Japanese
Klingon.
and
Klingon.
Spanish. And,
Let's hear your Spanish.
it's
Como
atrocious.
está usted?
El
señor?
burrito.
I'll take an El
Burrito.
Burrito. I used to know a little bit more, but I don't know that much.
Donde está el baño? Like, no,
¿Dónde está baño?
No,
No.
tango
I like how he tried to put an
nada.
accent to that, but he just sounded more white. That was
So
Fixing
let me hear you
computers.
speak any Spanish. Anything.
I didn't claim to know
I
Spanish.
I didn't say you did.
That's
Let me
interesting.
hear you
This
speak.
is the first time she's not claimed to know something.
I do know Spanish.
Let's hear
There
it.
you go.
A
There you
little
go.
bit.
However,
So let's hear it. Like
Let's just dump her in a Spanish-speaking country and see what happens.
I would learn Spanish quick.
no.
Yeah.
Be like, little girl, run your
Kidnapped.
mouth again.
Yeah, you would be kidnapped.
so. What can you say in Spanish that sounds authentic? And Taco Bell doesn't count.
Tu esta puta.
Whoa, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got him.
No,
Got him.
I'm trying to think what I should say back that's respectful. Yet.
Are you trying to figure out what that means?
I know what that means. Oh,
too
you know,
bad.
I'm just being respectful. That's all.
That kid's an asshole. That's what
Yeah,
that's what
You
you
that is.
asked. I
Go
was
ahead,
just,
go ahead.
just
Hurry up.
Fixing computers. Ron thinks he's an
thinks he
expert.
knows.
I'm not an
I'm
expert, but I
definitely
can
not
fix
fixing
computers.
No.
Relate. Would you be Geek Squad material?
Definitely.
Yeah, I've actually taught a free course in this stuff. I did a free course before
Free
COVID hit.
course.
Every Friday, I'd be at one of the neighborhood centers fixing
Or
somebody's
helping
computer.
grandma learn computers?
Yeah, and then I was in charge of the back section, running the systems.
From the
turned-
back.
He likes to be in the back.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Well, I want to know who put you in charge of the back section. Hi.
Well, I did.
Well, that's also what we call being in charge of the dumper.
Yeah. And I converted all the systems from Windows to Linux in the back room.
And why?
Because that way the kids couldn't download anything and install it by mistake and get a virus.
Okay.
Uh-huh. There's your fucking nerd
Classic
answer.
card games. Yes.
Yeah.
I say for both. Yeah.
So let me ask this. You guys are we're from this area. Do you know how to play euchre?
Yes.
Good. What about you?
Didn't you teach me, but I forgot.
Yeah.
It only takes a little while to pick it
Do
back.
you know how to play spades?
Yeah, I learned that. That's a military thing. You got to learn how to play spades
Wasn't in the military, and I know how to play that game. I do know how to play that game. Yeah.
Good for
You
you,
don't,
Swan.
or you do?
Anyway, I
Good for
do.
you, Swan. She can't speak.
I can't speak.
And I don't know how to play that game, but she says it like she
do
does.
know how to play that game.
But I do know how to
So,
play that
Star
game.
Trek.
Definitely.
Yes for the Rons.
Definitely.
No for Dad.
Yeah, no.
He's more Star Wars.
I'm more of the new Star Trek. I like the new Star Trek. And I love Captain Picard. So
Oh, who doesn't?
Playing a musical instrument. I'm going to go with both of you really, really want to but can't.
I can.
I can play.
Okay,
I
yeah,
can
you're
play the
working on it.
saxophone. I can play the saxophone right
Yeah,
now.
bring it out right now.
I can
can
play
play
the saxophone technically.
No, you can't.
I can play
God.
it.
I used to play the
I
harmonica.
can play a
The
note
organs.
that counts.
Did you play in the band, Rons?
No, never. I learned harmonica on my own.
Ew, that makes
Can
it
you read
more
music?
weird.
No, I
Okay.
cannot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
what-
I can read it.
Yeah.
I can't
I
play
don't understand.
it.
She's like,
Mary
"I can read
had
it,
a little...
but I
Don't you play in the
understand
band?
it."
Ew, no.
Orchestra?
No.
So you just took saxophone for 1 year?
She didn't
No.
Took it. She doesn't know how to
I
play
can
the saxophone.
play a
No,
note.
she can't.
She can make
Anybody
a noise
can-
on it.
Yeah, exactly. No, not anybody. Let's
Yeah.
see you play it. Because it's hard to make your mouth do that little functioning
Oh, no,
thingy.
sure.
Hey, you were the one who told me that you were very surprised
He
that
was
I could
just
I was.
play
trying
a
to
note.
make you
No, I was
build
surprised, but
confidence.
that doesn't mean she can do it now.
Can you play
Probably
the
can't.
violin?
I can play it. I can't play
yeah.
it well.
She thinks
Hey,
by
you
making
know
a
what?
sound on it, she can play. it.
Exactly. You can play anything.
Anybody can do that then.
Exactly.
So you can't play.
God, move
anything.
along.
Making lists.
Not like well.
I like lists.
Yeah, I make lists.
I don't think
You
Ben
don't
likes
use
lists.
the list you
I
make.
like to make them.
Yeah,
And
you
you like
make
to
them. You don't
forget
use them.
Leave them
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Like go in the grocery store, I like
Hurry
forgot
up.
everything on the list. You shut up.
Oh.
Robotics.
Yeah.
Oh, I love robotics.
And yes for Ron.
Love robotics.
I love robotics.
Then maybe you should do something with robotics.
Ron, I hate
baby
you.
Swan.
What? Whoa, whoa!
Oh, I
what
thought
the-
she was gonna say maybe you should do something with robotics with Ron. I was gonna.
Why do you hate me? Wow, man, you're
Poor
just a
Ron.
rude
That
little
kid.
brat today.
No, she's a dickhead. Say
Dick is
it.
an asshole.
That kid's a dickhead.
Historical tabletop wargaming. Is that Risk?
That's Risk.
That's
yeah.
Risk.
So-
That's
No,
chess.
but they used to have. There was all these other games like Civil War and all these other.
Yeah.
That's. I think
What's
that's more of it where you
Access and
actually-
Allies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Axis and Allies. Chess is that predates all of them though. So yeah, that's actually a war game as well.
Searching things up.
What
Definitely.
the hell does that mean?
It means like
Just
Googling.
Google.
So,
Or looking behind the scenes.
yeah. Laser tag.
Oh, I
Ooh.
would.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I want to play?
What?
I need to find a group that actually does this so I can beat the fuck out of people. Have you seen archery tag?
Yes, I have.
I totally want to do that.
I want to
you know
take
what?
paintball stuff.
I will get you in contact with somebody who does that then.
Of course, you know someone who does that.
It looks awesome.
Do you remember what is that show that had, oh, fuck, I can't remember what the name of it.
Good description.
Yeah. It was a show that had like the lasers and they like had jousting and they
Yeah,
Um,
American Gladiator.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
American.
American
I wish they had that for adults.
Yeah, I wanted.
Only if they had
something.
something like that called the Mutter, the Tough Mutter. What
No,
was it
that's
called?
Nothing-
totally
nothing
different.
like it.
There was strategy
Nothing
to that,
like it.
and that was cool. And you had to
Yeah, they had names like Nitro, Laser,
Laser,
Jazz.
yeah.
Blazer and Glazer
Mm-hmm.
that would be fun to do as an adult.
Glazer. Laser, Taser, Glazer.
and Blazer.
Yeah.
And Vixen. No, dinosaurs
Hilarious.
Yeah, I like dinosaurs.
like Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
or just straight up dinosaur museum.
Yeah.
Either. Okay.
Either.
Yeah.
Paleontology is okay
Big
with
word.
me.
Big word.
Big word, Ron's. Big words.
Sorry.
Pets.
I don't know
Yeah.
why that makes
I
you a
don't know.
nerd.
I don't know why it makes you a nerd
It's just
either,
a
but it's
random
just a
list.
random question.
Pets, yeah.
Psychology.
Definitely like psychology.
Yeah.
Reading the encyclopedia.
Ew.
Who
I like
does that? But
We don't have 'em.
even. Yeah, I was gonna say you just Wikipedia or Google now. So
Yeah.
crafting.
Nope.
Beaveman,
Definitely
no.
not
What
for
do you
you.
craft, Ron's?
Well, right now I don't have it on me. Actually, I do I?
Oh, lanyards.
I've got like
And
1,000 of those. I got Scout
I make
camp.
them at Girl Scout camp.
I had to
Boy
take
Scout
this off.
camp.
This was my diving bracelet I wore on my ankle, right?
Your mouth diving
You wear
bracelet?
anklets now?
I used to wear it on my ankle. Yes.
Why would you wear it on your ankle?
You wear toe rings too?
Why, yes, I do.
Oh, that's a little
He made that too.
weird.
why would you wear it as an anklet instead of a bracelet?
Well, because I don't know. I just like the way it looked on my
You
ankle.
want to make a boondoggle?
No, yeah, I like doing craft things. I really do.
He's
Woodworking?
crafty.
I'm not. I would like to woodwork. I just don't have the space to do it or
He's
the
crafty.
tools.
He
He's
gets around.
crafty.
You need
Yeah.
wood.
He's crafty. He's always
Managing
down.
your music collection. I
He's
don't really know what
crafty.
that like.
I try to do
organizing,
that.
Alphabetizing your records.
I try to
records
do
and
that.
CDs.
But I listen to a lot of random stuff sometimes. So
So is it cataloged on your phone, like under
It's not the same thing.
categories?
They're talking about like records
I know,
and
real.
CDs and stuff like
Yes, yes. Photography.
that. Nope.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I like photography.
Ron's, you're a bigger
With
nerd
your
than I am.
phone or like with a real.
You don't have to go
camera?
into
I don't
fucking
know, I'm
detail. Just ask the
asking.
question.
Well, with the phone is great, but I don't own like a $300 setup. When I was in the military, buddies of mine had $400 cameras plus $400 lenses.
That's like $1 billion back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And I remember when we were sitting down the tarmac in.
I bet you if you asked
Were you
her,
fueling?
I bet you if you asked her, somebody would give you one of her cameras.
No, but when
I'll
we
take
were
a
sitting
camera.
down in Italy, and it was at a NATO base, one of the guys that was sitting next to you got out his camera and got out this huge lens to take pictures of some of the foreign aircraft that were.
Yeah,
We were
right.
flying
He was
with-
taking pictures of chess.
Probably.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
That's what that zoom lens was for.
yeah, right in the middle of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was asking you if you wanted to see his Uranus. Want to see a
That's
picture
good.
of Uranus?
Yeah.
How about
that's
my
true.
How about my anus?
Yeah, there you go.
Traditional drawing and painting.
No.
No for the Beaveman. I'm gonna go with Ron's is not
I-
very artistic.
No, I'm not very artistic. I like
Autistic.
autistic. Yeah, I like the Japanese flowing when they do brushwork, but I can't draw or paint. I like it. I just can't do it.
Movie merchandise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this.
You got action figures. You know you do.
Oh, have you seen what he's got in this room? The Bat Pig, right?
That was
the
a gift.
Darth Vader, right? He even bought himself a trophy that says Extreme.
That's not mine.
Oh.
That's not mine.
It's baby swans, I think. Or
No,
maybe
mine
yours.
is in
Mine.
my room.
Oh. Wikipedia.
Yeah, I donate to Wikipedia every year
Do you?
Why?
because that's the only way they stay on the net.
But it's not a good
nonprofit.
site.
What's not good about it?
Anybody can change stuff on it.
Yeah, but they also monitor it.
I guess.
So if we were to put the baby swan
I know
somewhere
somebody
in
who was
there-
kicked off of Wikipedia.
Really? Who?
Was it Trump?
Have you ever heard of Olga Korbut? Do you know who Olga Korbut
Why was
is?
she
Yeah,
kicked off?
I recognize the name.
Hey, she was a gold medal Olympian.
Yeah, who scored perfect tens, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so her boyfriend, fiance, had to go on there and correct a bunch of shit all the time. Had to keep going on there and correcting it, and Wikipedia finally kicked him off. So he was not.
But it was all
banned.
right.
Yeah, he was right, but he had to keep going on there and correcting
Or am I
stuff.
thinking of Nadia Comaneci, who scored the perfect
Well, you might have
tens?
been, but I think she probably.
You look her up. She's pretty
probably
freaking awesome.
Did score tens because
Yeah,
she
she's
coined
done
her
multiple
own
gold medals
move
when she was
that-
like 14 years
yeah.
old. Yeah, that was banned.
that was
yeah.
banned because people broke their neck trying to do it.
I have her autograph. Not to brag.
I have
Then
that
don't,
graph,
because
too.
no one's listening.
Oh.
All right, moving on.
Helping others. Ron's likes to help others a lot.
Yeah, to a
Like,
fault.
Just not
to
right.
a fucking fault.
No.
I mean, I feel like Beefman likes to help others in his own way. He's just a
You
By
little.
know-
screaming at them?
Yeah,
Maybe.
the thing is, by helping, if I didn't rush into that car that was smoking,
You know, people that are overconfident, I help them by.
Did your patient die anyway,
stop
Ron?
being overconfident.
I'm
He
just
did.
kidding.
no,
fucking
honest
with you.
answer, yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, I know.
Was
he did.
that nearly as heroic as the time the Swan saved that guy in Miami?
Meyer.
I don't know.
No.
Might be.
No, the thing is, by
At least
far,
mine had a good outcome.
Don't bring us down.
You didn't
Rose.
do it.
Don't bring us down.
the thing is,
Don't bring us down.
everybody
Okay,
does.
don't bring us
Everybody
down,
down,
Ron.
Ron.
Everybody
Okay,
does what they need to.
reenactments.
There's no reason to beat a dead human, Runs.
Reenactments. That bores me to death.
No.
Like, we know somebody who does those. We'll talk about those
Who?
later. Chad. Like, big, huge historical reenactment. Like, drove
Like
to
Lard?
West Virginia. No, like, Civil War reenactment. Like, has the
right,
costumes
I'm gonna die
and
now.
goes to, like,
Ew.
yeah, it was crazy.
No,
that would bore me to death. But
Pass.
Yeah, that would bore me.
drives to the places, like, to go do them and acts out the scenes. Restoring old stuff.
No.
Yeah,
Keeping old stuff.
Paper crafts. Do-
Origami?
Crafts?
Paper crafts. Like, I'm
Craft.
assuming, like
Like
origami,
origami.
and...
Like Laura Croft. Paper Croft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or craft work.
Well, it's super boring.
Spotting UFOs.
Way to go.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Hells yeah.
Creepy. Martial arts. Oh, we all know about these. Come on, bring it up,
I,
Rons. Tell us a new
Rons,
martial
you
arts
do,
story.
Do you do martial arts, Rons?
Not only does he do
Did
martial
you know Rons
arts,
is a black belt?
he is the
Are you a
master.
black belt?
He is the master of multiple
Rons
styles.
is now a sensei.
Oh my
Sensei
goodness.
Rons.
So
my.
let me say this much. I want to thank you for getting me there. You helped me get there.
You are so welcome.
Oh my god, the arrogance.
You like that
The
one time?
arrogance of it all. She's like, you are so welcome for all of my contributions.
I've trained you to the person you are today.
She's very humble.
I'm going to be kicked out of that
Very
dojo
humble.
soon.
She's very humble, if you didn't notice.
Yeah.
All right, wrap it
Cooking.
up.
Cooking.
Wrap it up.
I got two
Wrap
more.
it up.
Oh, I forgot
Cooking.
your dish.
Cooking.
Yes,
Rons
I
likes
cook.
to cook.
I definitely like
Well,
to.
he has to because he doesn't have a job.
Right.
That's not
Somebody's
true.
got to do the cooking.
I do
and
have
the
I
dishes.
like to do
He-
the dishes.
You
Has
are
a
the
job.
wife.
He's a stay-at-home dad.
Except his kid doesn't go to school.
He
anymore.
does go to school. He's just 20 years old.
I don't think he needs to fall under the categories of a stay-at-home father anymore. I think
Do you still have the leash backpack for your child?
I never had one. So did you have one for the daughter?
We should have, but no.
No, we kept trying to let her run off on her own.
We're like, take this kid. I tried to give her away at the store one time. She was crying and being a little brat. And she was like, I want a new mommy. And I was like, yep. Do you want this
Do
kid?
you want
Because she
her?
wants a new mommy. And she's like,
She
I
still
don't want
wants a
to go
new
with her.
mommy.
I totally tried to give you away. It's funny. Reading the news.
No.
I used to read the
No.
newspaper a lot. I
Gross.
like reading the news. I skim the headlines to see if it's worthy of me going beyond that.
See, like see if it's worthy of
I
me.
don't even know what this
give
is.
me
What the
headlines.
fuck is deviant art?
That's an art site where people post their own artwork.
Like
Of
Pinterest?
course.
Like a pile of
types?
shit.
Like
I'm gonna take a picture of this pile of shit.
This is art.
I'm gonna put a cashew on top
I'm
of it.
expressing myself.
Hence, deviant art.
Debates.
Yes.
Debates.
Random
I don't know.
things.
It
You know
says
what?
debates.
No. If it's interesting, like the Bill Nye debate, that was really great. But anything else than that, if it's not interesting, I won't watch it.
All right,
Survivalism.
no, we're done.
I love that stuff.
We're done with all that shit.
Okay, we're done with that?
We're done with
Because
your
it's too
stupid
boring
list.
to you?
No, survivalism is great.
No, not.
If I have one suggestion for you,
Yes, sir.
watch a little bit of Adventure Time.
I will.
And the other thing that I would highly recommend to the listeners out there, especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, is to watch Chuck.
Chuck,
Yeah, Chuck.
you're going to have to
I
elaborate.
do like Chuck.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's a show.
It's a
Stars Zachary
show.
Levi, who is Shazam.
Okay,
He works at a Buy More, which is supposed to be a Best Buy, and he's a nerd herd person.
Okay.
And he gets this intersect put into his head.
Yeah, okay, yeah, now I know what you're
And now
talking
he's
The
a
about.
spy.
cool
because-
thing is, they've had all these other time I've watching. They always quote stuff from like 80s and 90s movies or shows. They had Scott Bakula on there from Quantum Leap, who was his dad.
And I
You know
don't
the
get
hell-
half of
shut
those
the
references.
Fuck up.
No, I
Shut
get
So
it.
here's the
fuck
funny thing.
up.
Yeah, she doesn't get half the references.
don't, because I don't watch
one of
TV.
one of the episodes, Nakatomi Plaza was in it.
Okay, I get that one.
Yeah, and Dolph,
That is a Christmas movie, by the way.
they have Dolph Lundgren has been on there. Linda Hamilton's his mom, and she said in one of the episodes we just watched, she said to him, "Come with me if you want to live."
Okay, I get that one too.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of references like that, and I'm like, this show is fucking awesome. And then I look and I tell Swan what it's from, and I'm like, you know what that's from? She's like, no. I'm like, you suck, Swan.
Yeah, I suck.
But you know, the thing is, not everybody gets the pop reference to the culture. In fact, if you look it over at the daughter, who's already on her phone texting
She's
whoever.
bored. We
Right.
bought
Yeah,
her.
and one of the last episodes, one dude is crawling through the air vents, and he's
Okay.
wearing a wife beater and dress pants, and he didn't have time to put his shoes on, socks on. And
I got that one. Yeah.
so he goes to save everybody, and he sees packing tape, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And so he takes a gun and tapes it to his back, but then he goes to pull it out, and he can't reach it.
Nerds.
Yeah,
I get that.
And so I'm telling this one, I'm like, this is all Die Hard. And she's
It's
like,
exactly Die Hard.
I
Yeah.
don't get it.
I don't think I've ever watched that movie from
One of the
start
worst-
to finish.
No, one of
at
the
all.
worst movies you can see is Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right.
I don't know what that is.
That was
See?
that was Bruce Willis also.
Yeah, that was Bruce Willis. But the one character that I did like the entire movie was the mime.
I think it's smelling like a comic book
Right.
store in here.
Because the
can see
mime,
that.
the guy who is always the quiet, was always somewhere in the background. And there's a part of the scene where he's just mimicking Bruce Willis. He's dressed like him, and Bruce Willis just turns around and hits him.
That movie was so not memorable for me. I just remember that I saw it.
Yeah, it was just
It was just on
Just on where?
It was on one of the pay channels I watch.
one of the paid channels you
You
watch.
know, like HBO Max.
I thought you were like, don't you like hack into your neighbor's?
No, I do not.
Lies.
He's
He's
not
not
gonna,
smart enough for that.
Well, you know,
he's not gonna admit that on this.
No,
where
I
you watch
have
and get-
HBO and I think TMX or something like that. So I have a pack.
if you don't know what you have, just kidding.
Right.
I'm not sure I believe you, but that's fine.
That's okay. You don't have to believe me.
So, Slaptail Nation, I highly
Yes.
recommend you watch Adventure Time and see what kind of weird, bizarre takeaways
Adventure
you get from it.
time.
No,
And
No.
it has a catchy little theme song.
Adventure Time.
Can we get the Baby Swan to sing it?
You guys can do a duet real quick.
Nah.
Just go do it. Like, nerd out a little bit. Just show us your nerddom, because I don't even know the words to it.
Do you care?
Look at
I know
she's
the
like
end.
halfway
It's
there.
like, adventure time.
If it's Adventure Time. I know I should watch it tonight just to annoy the swan.
Yeah,
We should full volume it.
We should watch just tons of episodes.
yeah, we
It'd
should.
be awesome.
Not
I might
you.
slit my wrists.
Jeez.
That's not a very good joke you should make.
Yeah, you're retarded.
Yeah, I am probably.
And I don't mean it in the non-derogatory.
Wow.
Yo, assholes.
All right, well, that's it for me, the Beaveman. I would like to thank the Rons for being here, as usual.
Why would you want to thank
It
him
was
for that?
great. It was
It's-
great.
It's always my pleasure to be at the Beef Den.
This doesn't. I didn't want you to go into like some giant monologue. I
Just say
was
you're
just
welcome.
saying-
You're welcome. Like the
Thank you,
daughter would.
Rons.
Like,
Well,
thanks
you
for
know,
being here, daughter.
I'm always trying to be
Gracing us with
humble.
your presence.
You know what? One of the things I'll work on is my sarcasm, right? So, thanks,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
You want to take lessons? From
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wanna
I
say
am
naturally.
a great teacher.
Are you courteous above all?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
jeez,
jeez.
Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
All right.
Jessica.
I'm going to say bye
I'm
from
gonna-
the swan.
Yeah, you don't have to say
Hey.
that.
I'm going to say that,
And
daughter.
thanks for joining us, daughter, for your usual snark.
You're welcome.
Way to tone it down.
I toned it up.
No, you
for this.
didn't.
Yes,
that was
I
all
did.
natural.
That was- yeah.
Well,
And,
it's
you know-
natural. I just tone it down normally.
And that's
And
it
they
me
got
from
to
the
see your
Beaveman.
hand
She
gestures
tones it
for
down
lots of that was
normally.
cool.
Did you
Okay,
hear
are
that?
they ever gonna see your mouth closed?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
What did you say?
takeaway.
Are they ever gonna see your mouth closed? Because it really needs to.
And the takeaway.
Look at that voice.
Here's the takeaway. Here's the takeaway. That kid's a dickhead. And that's it for me, the Beaveman. Adios, much fuckos. End of podcast.